Evidence in the murder case against David Burke to warrant a trial. The singer known as David is accused of murdering teen Celeste Rivas Hernandez, someone he's allegedly had a relationship with the minor. Her body later found in the trunk of a vehicle belonging to David. Los Angeles District Attorney Nathan Hochman.
She has held him to answer for first-degree murder with the special circumstances of lying in wait, doing this crime for financial gain, and murdering a witness to an investigation.
David Burke denies the allegations. A food festival in Seattle ending in gunfire Sunday, killing 3 and injuring 4 others. Police say a 15-year-old is in custody and they're searching for a second suspect. It appears, they say, to be gang-related. The U.S. and Iran pausing airstrikes for now. The White House says the president wants to give diplomacy a chance after threats of increased strikes. Sources tell ABC News there's also concern to preserve anti-missile defense systems. This is ABC News. In Massachusetts, the trial of Lindsay Clancy is underway. She's the mother accused of killing her 3 young children. Clancy's attorneys arguing that she suffered from postpartum psychosis at the time of the alleged murders and did not get the adequate treatment she needed. ABC News legal analyst Brian Buckmeyer has more.
I think it gives the defense credibility to not just say, hey, we're making up this defense because we think it works and makes sense. I think they're backing up that claim with evidence prior to the incident, prior to the deaths of these children, and they're coming out in front of it and saying, here's the evidence that she was suffering from a problem. Here's the evidence. I think even on top of that, I believe that the father of the children, her husband, also has a civil lawsuit against the hospital as well.
Severe storms sweeping through the Midwest, including a confirmed tornado in Wisconsin. Volatile storms combining with extreme heat. Delays playing out at major airports and hubs around the country. New York and Philadelphia seeing significant delays due to air traffic control shortages and weather. Chicago seeing the delays as well. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
One suspected shooter in court as police now say 2 others were involved in that mass shooting at the Bite of Seattle. More on that, but first, Nate Connors at the traffic desk.
All right, Everett to Marysville is going to take you 20 minutes this afternoon. Scattered slowing between the Boeing Freeway and 528. Heading into Seattle from the north end, South 5. Looking pretty good. You're going to jam up right around 50th. That continues to I-90. 20 to 25 minutes from Linwood. It's close to a half hour through downtown on North 5 with scattered backups between the Michigan Curve and Ship Canal Bridge. Both of our lake bridges are wide open. Over to Bellevue, South 405. You're going to jam up bumper to bumper from mid-Bellevue through Factoria. Then from there, it continues to be slow to the Renton S curves, but you're picking up the pace. Bellevue to South Center, a 35-minute trip. Another backup there in South Center. North 405, you're slow from South Center through the Renton S curves. And Seattle to Federal Way at 40 minutes. We've got scattered backups between Tukwila down to South 320th, where a collision is now sitting on your right shoulder. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, continuing coverage.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. Fallout continuing following last night's shooting at Seattle Center that killed 3 people, including 2 bystanders, at least 4 others injured. 15-year-old suspect had a court hearing today. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch was there, and he joins us live. James.
Aaron, police say this all started with some type of dispute and escalated into gunfire. According to court documents, police say there are now 3 shooters. The 15-year-old in custody, another who was allegedly killed in the shootout, and a third who got away. Casey McNerney with the King County Prosecutor's Office says a decision now looms whether the case moves forward in juvenile or adult court.
If you're 15 or younger, then in the court process it's called a discretionary decline. That means that it's up to a judge, after hearing from both sides, whether or not to move it to adult court.
Now in court today, the judge found probable cause for 3 counts of assault and unlawful gun possession. We expect those charges to be upgraded. He was ordered held in secure detention at least until his next hearing, expected on Thursday morning. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Thank you, James. Now, the mayor's office and police are facing criticism over a lack of updates on the shooting. It took them 5 hours to first brief the media and public. Today, reporters pressed Mayor Katie Wilson on the delay.
As soon as we coordinated with SPD and agreed that it was time to talk to the media, as soon as we knew that we were going to be doing that, I and Governor Ferguson and Congresswoman Jayapal arrived on the scene within minutes.
She says her office did not delay that press conference, and this just in the newsroom. The mayor and police will hold another media briefing at 4 o'clock. That's next hour. We will plan to take it live here on KIRO News Radio. Seattle police still searching for two men who base jumped from the Space Needle on Friday. Witnesses tell ABC News.
They were running towards the glass and they jumped up. And that's when Jacob was like, they're climbing up. And I'm like, oh my God, go watch Emerson, go.
Police say those two men bought tickets for the observation deck, came out of a bathroom with helmets and gear, climbed over glass barriers, and parachuted off the ledge. Police say the men will face criminal charges if they're taken into custody. Seattle Mariners lose their series finale in Texas, dropping 3 out of 4 games to the Rangers. Final score 7-3 as the M's fall 3 games under 500, now 2.5 games back of the first-placed Rangers in the AL West. Next up, a trip to Los Angeles to face the defending World Series champion Dodgers. Your forecast now, looking at sunshine this afternoon, some clouds for tomorrow, but staying mostly dry with a couple of pockets of light rain possibly. Right now, 77 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
What are you looking at? Aaron's back. Look refreshed. You look like you're in love again. The kids weren't there.
They were not there for 5 days. This is true.
Take them or make them. That's what I always say when it comes to vacation.
Oh, I can't make them anymore. So, yeah.
Attaboy.
2 and done.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't need to hear about that.
Okay.
Now we all have to picture things.
You don't have to.
He's glowing, though. I mean, literally.
Yeah. Had a good time.
Yes, he did.
Had a good time. 2 weeks off. Refreshed, rejuvenated. And now back to the realities of the news, unfortunately.
Yes, this is true. Here we go. Yeah. Let's do the realities. This show might be slightly counter to all those other shows that I've heard on KIRO. I got to tell you, you've given them. Why did it take 5 hours? Was it 5 hours or 6 hours? 5 hours?
More than 5 hours, yeah.
It's like 6 years. All right. I'm assuming that anybody tuning in now probably knows about as much as we do if you've been listening to this and following the news. So we're just going to rip through all this for everybody. For those of you that are not aware of the shooting that took place at Seattle at 6 o'clock yesterday, there was a vendor that happened to be shooting some social media. So his camera captured. Good luck trying to guess how many shots that was. I guess if you slowed it down, you could probably get them all. One of the weapons sounded like it had been altered in such a way that it's able to fire multiple rounds, right?
Yeah, or at least the trigger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that switch on there. Yeah. All right, so I guess the big news that if you haven't followed this part, they think there's 3 shooters now, right? One of them, there's a 15-year-old that they've arrested. They've got that guy. Then there might be 2. So there's 2. They think there's 2 others. They confirm there's 2 others. That's what James is going to talk to us about at 4 o'clock as well.
The Associated Press is reporting there's a 3rd shooter. So
okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 4 o'clock press conference that's happening. So I would imagine that's to announce the 3rd shooter.
Right. So at this point, 3 people have passed. I'm going to assume what happens a lot of times when you talk about these. We're not letting. They're not gangs. What are they? Groups.
They are gangs.
Okay. Here's what you insult somebody on social media, and you're in quote a gang. And don't think of gangs as you could go all the way back to West Side Story, the Sharks and who are the other ones in that?
I've never seen
Jets, the Jets and the Sharks. Then you can move up into the Bloods and the Crips. These gangs are loosely organized. They don't really have particular territories. It's just kids that decide, let's get together. What do you want to do on Saturday? You want to go out and rob a bunch of, steal an ATM or something, or rob a car or rob people. So it's a bit more like that. It's not what you would think of with a normal gang. There are gangs that live and operate and do quite well in the state of Washington because we are a sanctuary state. So those are the trafficking of drugs and human beings. Then you just have a bunch of loosely affiliated kids that are in their teens that decide, hey, we want to be a part of something, so they're in this group. Often when those are the cases, somebody is insulting somebody else, giving them a hard time, they know them, and they're armed. So they see each other and then decide they're going to shoot at one another. And unfortunately, 3 die. 5 are in the hospital. I think all 5 have all been released except for the little kid.
Last I heard, it was all but the toddler.
Okay. Luke Ducey, quick update on all of it. Here we go.
3 people are dead and 4 others are wounded after a mass shooting at the Bight of Seattle. 1 suspect is in custody. But as families waited for answers Sunday night, Seattle's police chief was nowhere to be seen at the late night briefing, and confusion grew after the mayor's office announced 2 people had been arrested. Instead, it was only 1. And city officials also delayed their news conference by hours in order to wait for dignitaries to arrive who wanted to take part. It all started around 6 o'clock Sunday, just outside the Seattle Center Armory. Police say 2 people started shooting at each other. According to sources who track gang activity, this was a shooting between 2 rival gangs and had nothing to do with the innocent people who lost their lives. 2 people died at the scene. 1 later died at Harborview Medical Center. They include a 44-year-old man, a 56-year-old woman, and a 19-year-old man. Those sources say that 19-year-old was also a gang member and perhaps targeted. 3 of the 4 others who were taken to Harborview Medical Center, victims, were all discharged. Only the 2-year-old, a toddler, remains in the hospital.
There we go.
Also, I've asked SPD why Chief Sean Barnes was not at the press conference. So far, no response. Multiple outlets, though, have reported that he often travels back to Chicago on weekends and holidays to be with his family, who still live there. Those outlets say it's something he has done as chief of police of Madison, Wisconsin, as well. And city leaders delayed their press conference by hours and delayed crucial information to the public for hours because, quote, other dignitaries wanted to be there, including Governor Bob Ferguson and Representative Pramila Jayapal.
Okay. There's a lot to pick apart there. We'll take the last piece of it. So somebody said to somebody at the press that were standing there, hey, when's it going to start? They said, we're waiting for dignitaries. Now, the term dignitaries does ruffle a few feathers. It could be some guy going, we're waiting for, it's 10 o'clock at night. Who knows? The guy said, we're waiting for, dignitaries, whatever. Then everybody's like, oh, dignitaries supposed to show up.
Right. And just to clarify, it was scheduled for a particular time, and then they delayed it for an hour. So all the press had gotten there. They had their cameras ready. The live crews at the KIRO 7 were sitting there waiting to take the press conference. And then somebody said, "Oh, wait, we're waiting for dignitaries."
Okay, there were press conference this morning. Katie was asked about the press being delayed. Okay.
Is that true? Was the delay at all to do with because we needed politicians to get in front of the camera?
No, that is absolutely not the case. Okay, so as I stated before, last night at Seattle Center, what we had was a scene of an active investigation where SPD was searching the grounds for a possible second suspect. And there are times when elected officials' presence is not helpful, and that was one of those times. We don't want our law enforcement distracted taking care of elected officials when they have work to do. As soon as we coordinated with SPD and agreed that it was time to talk to the media, as soon as we knew that we were going to be doing that, I and Governor Ferguson and Congresswoman Jayapal arrived on the scene within minutes.
So you can say his office unequivocally did not tell you to wait?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Here's the other. Can I just say something as somebody sort of sits and watches this stuff? It's like, who cares if the governor is there? Who cares if the mayor is there or Jayapal? Who cares? What is he going to? Ferguson, I have $100 million they put up for grants. Nobody's picking them up. No one's using it because you have so much stuff, so many pieces of baggage you've put on top of it. And then Jayapal, our thoughts and prayers. We don't need to hear from you, right? This is an unfortunate situation. The reason that I sort of am slightly jaundice on this stuff, because I've worked in major cities, like in Washington, D.C. I remember the day we got, and I never forget it, got a email from the news director saying, unless there's 5 people killed, we're not covering it. They said, we can't cover all of them. We've decided, and it's a hard thing, but if there's not at least 5 dead, we're not covering. And I remember thinking, whoa, my God. Why? Okay, well, I guess 5, because there were so many shootings that we couldn't go to all of them. We're not going to send a press crew out for all. So under 5. So people yell, how many are dead? 4. Nope. I mean, they cover the story, but they're not going to send anybody to it. This is a great bit of relief. Seattle, yes, does have shootings, and this is considered under some circumstances a mass shooting. It's terrible. It's awful. The 3 people, I can't imagine the pain. The 5 that are in the hospital, hopefully they don't have long-term disabilities as effective bullets hitting them. But this is such a big story in Seattle because it is so unbelievably rare. So rare. 15-year-olds going around carrying guns, guess what? They're out there. In fact, the fact that the mayor shows up or Jayapal shows up or the governor shows up is not going to stop some 15-year-old who's probably already sitting at home with a gun under his bed or a gun somewhere nearby because kids have guns. It's unfortunate, true. You pass any law you want to pass. It doesn't simply matter because if they don't want to obey the law, they're not going to obey the law. So you have young kids that have guns. We have politicians that are afraid to use the word gang. Yes, it is gang-related. It's not the normal gang-related, but it is still gang-related. It's kids that break the law and they know they can get away with it, or they probably won't get caught doing it. But 5 hours, whoop-de-doo, and then we got to wait for the governor? What's he going to say? I always find stuff so stupid. Same thing as a hurricane in Oklahoma, and the president's going to land there. And he's going to be the, what do they call it, the healer-in-chief or some other garbage. Just look, sad for the families, very sad for those. Heartbreaking to lose somebody just so randomly. You go to an event in Seattle and then some bunch of morons start shooting at one another. The mayor also addressed the inaccurate information in the release. And okay, they get something wrong. Mayor has 5 to delay the press conference. What's this?
Yeah, I'll just reiterate that there's a tension here between providing information quickly and providing information accurately, right? So if we had been reporting up to the minute everything that we were hearing in the swirl that happened last night, there would have been a lot of inaccuracies out there that...
It's got news for you, Katie, and for anybody else. It's not a tornado. It's not bearing down. I need to know the direction of the tornado. Or it's a tsunami. And I got to get out of town, and how do I get out of town? Or where is the safety? Or what do I need to know about down power lines or something? This is it's gang-related. It's one 15-year-old who doesn't have a fully developed frontal cortex, back to the amygdala. That's the reality. Got it. So it's one kid shooting at another kid, maybe 3 kids involved. They fire off a whole bunch of rounds because that's what they're able to do, and that's the story. But 5 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour... it doesn't matter because nobody needs to have the information. You're sitting at home at your comfortable house, I don't know, in Wallingford or Bellevue. It's not like the kids on the loofs, right? It's just the weirdest thing of like, now they're after the mayor because, the thing was delayed and somebody said dignitary. Okay, suspended. Okay, here we go.
We believe this teenager opened fire in the crowd, but details are still under investigation. This individual will,
of course, he's the crowd of people, a bunch of people shot, kid shoots him.
Have a first appearance court hearing at 1:30 p.m. today.
Okay, so I think the 1:30, the kid doesn't show up because you don't have to show up. You don't have to stand there if you don't want to. It's basically based upon the preponderance of evidence presented to the judge. Does the judge move forward? They can't because of his age. You don't do bail on this. You just say, do I recommend that we go and hold him? Or do we release him his own recognizance? Does he have family at home that would say that we're going to watch him, we're going to know that he's okay, he's not going to go anywhere, he's not going to be out there retaliating something else. So the judge has to kind of make that decision in what direction they want to go. And do we know anything? Did they say anything? Show?
No.
No, thank you. All right.
Now, Sean Barnes.
Oh, boy. I'll give this Barnes some credit on this one. He's in Madison. He then comes here to Seattle. He applied for a bunch of different jobs at different places. I talked to somebody in Madison who's in the police department. They go, the guy's a job hopper. I don't know. The reason his wife doesn't move here, his wife's making like $360,000 some bucks a year. She's very, very well accomplished. They've got 2 kids. He's pulling in $360,000. So on the weekends, he flies home. Whew, there you go. Why not? He did it when he was in Madison. He now wasn't as far away.
That's basically what you do.
What do you mean?
Well, you go to Cle Elum on the weekends. You live here during the week. Well, what? It's not a knock on you.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. If she were in Chicago, she could stay in Chicago, keep making money in Chicago. Yeah. He's here. He rents. He flies back and forth. Okay, so where was the police chief last night?
Were you in town yesterday? I was not in town yesterday. I wish that I had a crystal ball and we could schedule gun violence, but we can't.
Now, that'd be good. Then I would just cancel all gun violence.
Nice.
Because he has a crystal ball to see when they're coming. I got to just cancel. Okay.
Yesterday, I was in Dallas at the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives Conference. It's their 50th anniversary. At that conference, 2 members from our community
were
being honored. One of our pastors was given an award for his work in the community, and one of our officers, one of our CSOs, was given an award, and I wanted to be there for that. That's why I was not here.
That's good. Okay. So then Barnes was asked cameras, footage.
Do you have any video of this incident from the...
No, there's no cameras. Barnes was asked, is there additional shooter at large? And then okay, here we go. Here we go.
We need to figure out who that other person is.
Chief, you know that people are angry that this was 5 hours that your department waited.
Who said this? Is this Daniels?
I think it is Daniels, yeah.
To tell people that there is a shooter on the loose. Why wait 5 hours to tell people? And then...
Shooter on the loose. Oh, my God. Chris Daniels, I love you, but shooter on the loose? Teenagers, 15-year-olds, they're upset with one another because one of them said something about the other, because all you have in this little stupid world that they live in is their street cred. It's sad but true. If they think somehow they're being offended, they happen to have a gun. They have no idea what it's going to do for their future because they're not future-oriented. They're simply looking at they have no impulse control. One of them sees the other, insults the other, pulls out a gun and shoots, right? But it's not like the kid is out there like some running around like a tiger on the loose, just eating anybody he comes across.
But in Daniel's defense, what if, God forbid, like something else happened afterwards? Like he did. He went out and got into another altercation. Somebody else dies that happened to be near him. I mean, it's possible. It's unlikely, but it could
very,
happen.
very unlikely.
Here we are 17 hours later, and you still don't have that person.
Yeah.
No, you don't have him yet. He's probably, I'm going to make a couple of assumptions here. I'm going to put him at the age of like anywhere between 15 and 17. Doesn't matter if he's 15 to 24. He's scared to death. This kid is probably, I'm going to assume, probably realizing, holy, I am really screwed here, right? If not by the police, by some other gang that'll come get me, right? I assume if he's not a psychopath, he is terrified. He's not going to start running around shooting other people. He's probably on the what?
Not likely.
No.
But there is probably some level of a liability. At least there would. If something happened and they hadn't said anything,
okay,
then they're just, I mean, the bad press would just stack up.
Yeah, well, okay.
Again, you're right. We do not have that person in custody, but we wanted to get it right. Again, we were searching the IMAX theater. It was possible that person could have ran in there. If that person would have been taken into custody, that would have been our second shooter. But we're still looking for...
He's like Oswald going into a movie theater. Barnes and clearly releases... Oh, here we go. So this is this guy, Connor Nash from the Seattle... you want to hold this one, Joe, and play it?
Yeah, let's say we'll get that next.
Hold on to it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
He's got a couple other clips.
Yeah, he does.
Worth diving into.
I'll sum it up this way. It is a tragedy. It rarely happens in Seattle. It happens in major cities, unfortunately, every single weekend. It is a big news story because it is so rare. And if that is a blessing, either by just simple circumstance, demographics, whatever the reason, it's a big story for news because of not only the gravity of the situation, but the unusual nature and its occurrence happening so infrequently. All right. Here comes Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
All right, John, Seattle Sports with our update. Not a bad commute so far. Seattle to Everett, 35 minutes. Bellevue to Everett, closer to 45. South 5 into Seattle, you're going to jam up at Lake City Way down to I-90. North 5 is packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. Seattle to Tacoma, a 55-minute drive. We've got scattered backups from Interurban Avenue all the way down to the Puyallup River Bridge. In Federal Way, North 5 slows between the Fife Curve and State Route 18. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, a 40-minute commute. Heavy backups between Algona and Sumner. And if you're heading into Olympia, southbound I-5 got about a 3-mile backup starting near Martin Way. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
Say goodbye to clogged gutters and climbing ladders.
With K-Guard by Guardian, leaves stay out, water flows freely, and your home stays protected year-round. Enjoy true peace of mind. No maintenance and no rust. Choose from a variety of colors to match your home's look and boost your curb appeal. Ready for hassle-free gutters? Protect what matters most with Guardian, the original make your roof last company. Visit GuardianRoofing.com to learn more.
Now is your time to get into a new D.R. Horton home by taking advantage of its National Red Tag Sales Event going on right now through Sunday, August 2nd. Stop by any of its participating communities and find select Red Tag homes at incredible pricing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking for an upgrade, you don't want to miss the Red Tag Sales Event going on right now. Discover the D.R. Horton difference at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Everyone always asks me, what were your top reasons for choosing Advanced Hair? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. Okay, first off, Advanced Hair stands by the results, and I'm living proof those results are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair is guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge quality experience that blew away my expectations. And lastly, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. It is quick, simple, and easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for that special savings opportunity, well, it's here. Advanced Hair's Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details to schedule your free consultation, call 425-449-8185. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and elder law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, you're going to be okay, but we have to get through these steps. Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Police say there is still a third suspect out there connected to yesterday's mass shooting at the Bight of Seattle. Court documents say another shooter died at the scene while a 15-year-old suspect made his first court appearance today. Casey McNerthney is with the King County Prosecutor's Office.
The 15-year-old had no history with King County prosecutors, that no cases referred to us either for a first appearance or for a charging decision.
The boy did not show in court, but a judge ordered him be held in secure detention and found probable cause for 3 counts of assault and unlawful gun possession. A formal charging decision could come by Wednesday. Police Chief Sean Barnes says they're trying to confirm whether the shooting was indeed gang-related.
There is a second shooter. We're trying to identify who that person is. Our officers need your help. If someone saw something, or perhaps if someone has some video, we need to identify that person.
Shooting killed 3 people and injured at least 4 people, including a 2-year-old boy who's recovering at a hospital. Brian Koberger now says he is innocent in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students and wants to take back his guilty plea. He tells the New York Times his plea was based on misinformation and false promises. ABC News legal analyst Brian Buckmeyer says it's likely too late for that plea change.
Specifically in Idaho, the standard is that there needs to be a manifest injustice. And that's extremely difficult to do in a situation like this, where judges, prosecutors, and defense attorneys are all trained on how to make sure that a defendant is properly informed, that they know they're taking a plea voluntarily, and that they're knowledgeable in the conditions of that plea. And so this would be an uphill battle for anyone.
Today, federal investigators were set to interview the pilots of that Kenmore Air float plane crash. The plane went down on Thursday near Susha Island in the San Juans and caught fire. All 11 people on board survived, though 4 were hurt. Some preliminary findings could be out in about 2 weeks. Takes us to 3:32, and we have Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Thank you, Aaron. Everett to Marysville, a little under 20 minutes now with our typical backup between 526 and 528. Really nothing too heavy here. South 5, you're going to jam up at Lake City Way to I-90, Linwood to Seattle, a 25-minute trip. North 5, packed at the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge, 25 minutes to get you through this. Bellevue to South Center, plan on 35 minutes there on 405. It's heavy at Southeast 8 through Cold Creek Parkway. North 405, heavy volumes from South Center up to the Renton Landing. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway will take you 40 minutes. He's starting to fill in the north end, but we've got pretty heavy backups between Algona into Puyallup now. And Tacoma to Olympia, a 40-minute commute. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
And to your forecast, looking at increasing sunshine for this afternoon, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, some clouds and pockets of light rain possible, but still an overall dry day with highs in the mid-70s, and then warming up into the weekends. Right now, 77 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
My bonuses.
Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line at 1-888-973-5476. Great to have Aaron back in the saddle.
Look at that tan.
And who's the guy that texts in? The guy that normally hates me? What's his name?
He doesn't hate you. He's just
hate is a
politically different.
Right.
Fernando in Seattle.
Thank you, Fernando.
So he's very critical of your takes.
Oh, thank you, Fernando, for that last text. Fernando, Joe reads all the text messages, so
right.
He keeps them all from me.
I do not.
Home Comfort Alliance, heating, cooling.
Plumbing and electric.
Heating, cooling, plumbing, electric.
Plumbing and electric.
Heating, cooling, plumbing, electric.
Plumbing and electric.
Heating, cooling.
Plumbing and electric.
I need more like a Chris Stapleton concert. Man, can that guy sing?
Oh,
Lord.
One of the best voices on any generation, any genre. Period.
Power, the range, the man, I don't know what his high note is, but God, he has that. He's got so much underneath it.
You ever hear him and Justin Timberlake sing Tennessee Whiskey together?
Crazy.
Incredible.
Crazy great. Yeah. And I was sitting there with Nicole Thompson, with her, and my wife, Nick, she was in the other bar, sitting there. And it's like, what do you think he smells like? Nicole's like, what? I said, what do you think Chris Stapleton smells like? Because he got all that hair.
Yeah.
So then we went around and we, on a 1 to 5, what Chris smelled like, what the drummer smelled like, what the organ player, the other lead guitarist, and the bass player. We had them all like numbered.
Pre-show, mid-show, or after-show?
In the middle. We couldn't judge pre or post. We're just looking at them on stage. That's how we spent like 1 minute of one of the songs. Because I didn't want to hear it was Maggie that,
God.
I had to change my perspective. I started crying at that song. All right, let's see. When we last left Chief Barnes, this poor guy. Where were you? Where were we needed you? Oh, my God. I looked up to see if Barnes ever got into kind of a little bit of a back and forth at all with the press when he was in Madison. Not really. Only one time near the end, there had a little bit of a dust up, but he didn't have sort of a reputation for always going after the press. I don't know if he always goes after. In this particular case, this guy Connor Nash from the South Seattle Emerald Reporter. He's standing there and he's got his phone. And Barnes is, how far away do you say Barnes is from his face? Was he all up in his grill, as the kids used to say?
He was in his grill. And he had been asked at this point probably dozens of times.
Where were you?
Exactly.
It wasn't like Barnes is one of the shooters. All right. So then this guy's going to say, so where were you? Or, you go out of town a lot or something. Here we go.
If you ask that, let me tell you something. I don't have to tell you where I go. I have a medical procedure I got to do on Friday.
All right, so hold on. Put that down, everybody. He's got a medical procedure on Friday. So he's not going to be around Friday.
What time?
He wasn't specific. But you're better off going in the morning. You have a higher threshold for pain. Okay.
No. You need to know this. I have been.
And the guy, Connor Nash, is getting a little shaky. He's a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe Nash needs a medical procedure on Friday. Hold on.
I have been here working as hard as I can for this city from the day I got here. Do you got that?
You listen to me. But there are reports that you are not in town often.
Their reports are wrong. Do you understand?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
You understand?
So
the other guy steps in to break him up.
Literally drags him up.
I work.
Let's go. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I work hard every single day. The reports you're not here. Right. I think he leaves on Friday. Would you rather him be in town, be writing gross love letters to some woman, create a job for her? I'm just speculating. I'm just making these things up. Yeah. Would you rather have a police chief that writes love letters, has a female that he has special attention for, creates a job for her, and then all of a sudden turns out to be gay? Would you rather have that?
Whoa.
I'm just making up weird things.
Make it believable. Come on.
Or Barnes, who flies back to Chicago where his wife's pulling in $360,000 a year as what is her job exactly? Stephanie Dance Barnes. She is a breast cancer researcher at DePaul University. So he flies back and forth. Okay, there you go. Barnes on.
It's essentially a desk job, right? I mean, being chief of police.
No. You can spend time with the crew. We'll walk around and say, hey, guys, how's it going?
Right, but the day-to-day, you're not out there stopping
fighting crime.
Yeah.
No. Seattle says gun violence problem. He's relating it to small group at odds with each other.
We will leave no stone unturned to bring all of those who may be involved to justice. In Seattle, the problem of gun violence is worsened by small groups. We have
By the way, Chief, it's not gun violence. I have many. Not one gun that I own has ever shot another gun or myself.
That you know of.
Nope. It's not gun violence. We should choose words that express thoughts that can create impressions. It's not gun violence. This is human beings shooting each other, and they happen to be using guns. But anyway.
Groups. We have small groups that appear to be at odds with each other, and in our city, 0.01% of the population is connected to 52% of our shootings.
There you go. Isn't that amazing? Do you hear that number? That should tell you everything.
0.01% of the population.
Back it up, Barnes.
In our city, 0.01% of the population is connected to 52% of our shootings.
Wow. Oh, yeah. So that's 800,000 people, 0.1%. Yeah, so right. It's the same group of people committing the crimes over and over and over again. Barnes clarifies small group.
I don't know if it's gang activity, but certainly group activity. We have to determine.
I'm in a group. I'm in a gang.
The nexus behind what happened. Obviously, with someone so young, we have to determine if this person is a part of a group or a part of a gang, what the ongoing conflict was.
Okay. All right. I don't know why they're so afraid to use the word gang. But anyway, be that as it may. I will say that there, in the state of Washington, did you hear the story about the two kids? I think it was a 2012. Is it 2012? What year that was? They 2012. These two guys go out. These two kids go out. One is 17, one is 16. They said they're going to rob. They've got a gun, and they're going to rob a bunch of trick-or-treaters. So they steal candy, they steal cash, they steal people's cell phones. Well, they get caught. The one kid, Hoster or something or other, he gets 6 counts: first-degree robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, second-degree assault. The judge, because he has to do all these mandatories on top of this stuff, the judge is going to send him 41 to 47 years for robbing people during Halloween. So then they decide, the Supreme Court steps in and says, okay, we got to do something about this, because the judge's hands were tied and he would just have to layer one thing on top of the other. Yes, he was robbing. Yes, they had premeditated. Yes, he had a gun. Yes, he was using the gun in the act of the crime. He was stealing this and that. So the thing was huge. So the Supreme Court in the state of Washington came along and said, okay, they're going to give the judge, especially if the person's under a certain age, some discretion to not have to just layer one thing on top of the other. So it's just trying to figure out, what would this kid end up? He's 15 years. He could get anywhere between, depending on a bunch of different things, he could be looking at possibly 6 to 8 years or less. That's if he has no priors. If he has more if he got priors and he's 15 years old.
For this weekend?
For something like this. They could possibly get him 6 to 8 years. Possibly. Or it could be less, depending.
Less?
Why?
For murder?
Yeah. Second degree? Not premeditated, unless it was, say they got somewhere on him texting, I'm going to go out and shoot you. When I see you, I'm going to kill you, right? Now it's premeditated. But then you say, was he going out intentionally going to look to shoot these kids who just happened to come across them? But it's randomly, he wasn't trying to shoot. It was second degree. It's not first degree, right? You give me second degree.
Well.
And he's 15 years old. He has 0 priors. So he does 6 to 8 years.
That seems soft.
That's my down. What do you think he should get? If he has more, he could do 17 to 23. If he has,
20 at least. You killed
at 15.
At 15?
No way. Not in the state of Washington.
You get out at 35. You still have a life.
They would never. Not at 15. There was that thing that was it, Senate Bill 5122 or something.
Yeah, I remember.
It was basically that you could shoot 2, but you couldn't shoot 3.
Yes, if you killed less than 3 people, less than 3 before you were 18, you could get out at 24. Which honestly, that is not enough of a deterrent.
Don't forget, in the state of Washington, we assume that you have enough cognitive ability to say, cut off my genitals, but you don't have enough cognitive ability to understand pulling a gun and killing somebody is not a good decision. You can cut off your genitals in the state of Washington, but you can't get a tattoo.
I get it, but that's not enough.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe, for that. Here's Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
Thanks, John. Bellevue to Everett, 50 minutes. You've got scattered backups between Bellevue and Bothell, and Seattle to Everett only 40 minutes with some scattered slowing between Shoreline up into Mill Creek. Now, Bellevue to South Center, we've gone up a few to 40 minutes. Heavy from Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway, and then from there, we're looking at scattered backups into the Renton S-curves. North 405 remains heavy from South Center into through the Renton S-curves. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. You're slow between 405 and South 272nd. Close to the speed limit through most of this. And on the water, the Mukilteo Ferry Terminal, a 1-hour wait for drivers. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nathan. If the AC starts to act up and all of a sudden it's just not functioning correctly, making a weird whirring sound that's not cooling the house, just assume that, don't make any assumptions. Call Home Comfort Alliance. They're going to compare. They're going to make sure that the thing just needs to be replaced, the part that needs to be replaced, not the entire thing. Their technicians know exactly how to diagnose the problems. They recommend the best thing for you. You can check and see their Google reviews. People trust them because Home Comfort has been around, Home Comfort Alliance, for more than 50 years. They know exactly what they're doing. You're not going to be around for 50 years. You're coming in there and telling somebody, oh, yeah, you need to replace the entire AC unit. No, it's all built on trust and customer service. Now, let's say it is the AC, and let's say it's not functioning anymore. You're better off replacing it. Get a heat pump. Keep you cool in the summer, warm in the winter. This is the best way to go. One system, all there for you. They did it for us at the barn, and man, that thing is amazing, and it saves us a ton when it comes to our electric bill. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical needs, all right there for you. HomeComfortAlliance.com. That's HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
That refresh you've been putting off until the right deal came along? It's here! Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale is happening now, so you can finally get the style you've been waiting for less. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
With Guardian Roofing Gutters and Insulation, maintenance is the key to a long-lasting roof. Need an inspection, repair, restoration, moss removal, or just a cleanup? Call us today. Our first-time customers can save $99. Visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Don't wait, insulate. Last year, American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $2 million in insulation rebates from PSE, more than any provider in the state. If your home was built before 1990, you're eligible for recouping up to 95% of insulation replacement costs. Insulate with American Crawl Space and keep your home warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Don't miss the Mariners' 50-season celebration night, August 8th, presented by Daktronics. Witness the most iconic gathering of Mariners greats in franchise history as the top 50 players are unveiled at T-Mobile Park. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Frenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
KIRO News Radio is your chance to win 2 tickets to see Santana and the Doobie Brothers White River Amphitheater August 6th. Head to mynorthwest.com/win to enter and see contest rules. That's mynorthwest.com/win for your chance to win.
We're back on the air, Joe.
Okay.
No respect for the red light. No respect.
I didn't see it.
Please return back to your seats.
Well, obviously, no respect for the rules.
No, not at all. There is a rule when it comes to calling 911 if there is a frog or a dog that is stuck in a storm drain. WRAL. Each summer, firefighters in Texas get calls from residents that a barking frog has been stuck in a storm drain. What?
Dog.
Oh, I gave it away.
As soon as the sun began to set, the fire department got its first call of the night.
How did a dog get in there? How'd the dog get in there?
A Woodlands neighbor in Cochran's Crossing called 911 to report a dog trapped in the storm drain. When firefighters arrived, they knew the drill. It's July. They get calls like this all the time.
Inside of the sewer system, where you get that amplification from the tunnels that sound just like a barking dog.
Woodlands Fire Department Chief Palmer Buck says the sounds neighbors are reporting aren't from trapped dogs, they're from mating frogs.
Almost every time it is frogs.
In fact, they get so many calls like this, dispatchers sometimes tell neighbors to perform a test.
Go out and bark at them. If they bark back, they're frogs.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Half the time they would do that, half the time they go, you're crazy, and come see us.
Here's one firefighter showing how it worked.
Okay, good. Here we go. Ready, everybody?
Yep.
And it does it back. He barks into the gutter, and if they bark back, we feel pretty comfortable that it's a frog.
So next time you're worried there's a stuck pup in the drain barking for help, try the test first before you call 911.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it barks back so frequently.
Well, it's made it.
He comes in like, hey, I like the sound of that. And he's a fireman.
Ooh.
He's got a pension. I'm gonna marry that one. The frog comes hopping out. Yeah, that's good.
It does sound remarkably like a dog.
I wish maybe somebody out there would know. So we got a little pond, little lake there at our place. The frogs all do the courting thing, and then they come hopping up to the house, up to the barn. And then we see them up there. They're sitting next to the wherever, right?
Yeah.
They're like next to the porch furniture or something. And Nick's like, ooh, I got to take him back down to the pond. Well, the distance from the pond to the thing is like, for them, it must be like 100 miles, right? And she picks him up. I'm like, are you sure he wants to go back to the pond?
Yeah.
She goes, no, I think he's lost. I said, he can't be that, like he could, like there's the water right behind me. So she's picking him up and carrying all the way back down. I'm sure the frog gets her like, no, I wanted to go to the house. Like, why do they leave? Why are they leaving the pond and going up there?
Probably because there's more insects by the light being emitted from the house, so they're going to eat. So they're getting ready to, chow down.
Maybe.
Nick's like, nope.
Maybe. She's like, no, you get to go back to the pond. He's like, I don't want to be here.
I'm hungry.
You're carrying them all back there. And she's like, I let him go back in the water where he wanted to be. I think he wanted to be up here. All right, here comes Nate. Check your drive. Nathan, let's do it.
All right, it's a Monday light commute for the most part. Linwood to Seattle, just 25 minutes. Only 35 from Everett. You're bumper to bumper from North 50th there in the U District down to I-90. Everett to Bellevue, just a half hour, 20 from Linwood. It's all clear until you get into Bellevue, where South 405 jams up at Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway before things start to thin out for you. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you a half hour. North 405 heavy from South Center through the Renton S-curves. South Center to Bellevue, 25 minutes. On the Valley Freeway, Renton to Puyallup southbound is at 40 minutes. We have a new stall just before State Route 516 blocking your left general purpose lane, and that's got you backed up to 180th. And westbound 18, you're bumper to bumper from the West Valley Highway over to I-5. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Boytine from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
Hey, it's John Curley with Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. Doc, I heard that 50% of Americans have their lenses replaced by the time they're 75.
That's exactly right, John. As we near 50, our eye's natural lens starts to become dysfunctional. If you've now added readers to your need for glasses and contacts, it's a sign the quality and function of your natural lens is fading, and it's a steady decline towards cataracts.
Don't go another 20 plus years with poor vision, hassling with contacts and readers. Do what I did. Choose a quick, painless refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE and start enjoying great vision now.
Our new lens technology is truly amazing. After replacing over 100,000 lenses, we have the experience to guide each patient to their best solution, even if that's recommending you wait a little while before RLE.
K2 Vision RLE can restore distance and near vision permanently, plus never develop a cataract. Read the reviews and schedule a free Zoom consultation now at k2visionrle.com.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we make protecting your home simple and affordable. With flexible financing and 20-plus years of trusted service, you can count on lasting quality from Guardian. Visit GuardianRoofing.com today.
I started Davis Law Group in 1994 to fight for the underdog. And as our team has grown, we've stayed true to that mission. Today, Davis Law Group is known for providing excellent service and even better results. Visit WashingtonAccidentBooks.com to get your free book on car accident law.
G and Ursula.
Contrary to what y'all might believe, sometimes on the G and Ursula show, G forgets to show up.
9 to noon.
I count on all of you listening to carry me through.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula show on YouTube and watch live or later.
It's the best time of the year at Staples, with back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Trump administration asking the Supreme Court to weigh in on federal oversight on mail-in voting.
The Solicitor General requested that the justices clear the way so the proposed changes to mail-in voting could be implemented in time for the November elections. After Trump signed an executive order in March seeking to increase federal oversight of elections, the Postal Service proposed a rule that would require states turn over lists of approved voters. Under the policy, the Postal Service would refuse to deliver ballots in states that don't hand over their voter lists. A group of 23 states sued to prevent the changes from taking effect. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
Gas prices falling slightly after the U.S. and Iran paused airstrikes. Maritime traffic, though, still stalled in the Strait of Hormuz. A judge in California says the murder trial for David Burke, known as the Singer David, can proceed. The singer is charged with killing an underage teen he allegedly had a sexual relationship with. Her body later found in his trunk. David Burke denies the charges. This is ABC News. Evacuations remain in place for hundreds of thousands in portions of Spain and France due to out-of-control wildfires. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Spain.
And the region had a very wet winter and also a spring, so there's a lot of vegetation, dry vegetation now. And also Western Europe had its hottest June on record, a kind of perfect storm for these fires to start and then move rapidly across the terrain, and the temperatures are expected to rise again.
At least one person has died in those flames. Today, anchor Savannah Guthrie posted a new video on social media calling for her mother's captor to help her family find her mother, Nancy Guthrie. The 84-year-old kidnapped overnight nearly 6 months ago from her Tucson, Arizona home. Guthrie making a direct plea.
I truly believe it is never too late to do the right thing. Help us bring this situation to an end.
Guthrie says she and her siblings will never stop looking for their mother. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Expecting another update from police and the mayor on that mass shooting at the Bite of Seattle. But first, Nate Connors, the real-time traffic desk.
And this one's brought to us by Seattle Sports. Looking pretty good for the most part out there. Everett to Marysville is down to 15 minutes. Bellevue to Everett just 50. It's only 40 from Seattle. Linwood to Seattle just under a half hour. Bumper to bumper, though, from North 50th in the U District to I-90. Everett to Bellevue is a half hour. 20 from Linwood. Again, you're all clear to get into Bellevue, where South 405 jams up at about Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway, and then things will start to thin out for you. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you a half hour. Over to Kent, we already cleared that crash southbound 167 just before State Route 516, but it left you with a pretty thick backup starting near 180th. Renton to Auburn has a 15-minute delay, but this is going to start to improve pretty rapidly now that we opened up a lane for you. Tacoma to Olympia, just 40 minutes. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Any minute now, Seattle's mayor and the police are set to give an update on the investigation into yesterday's mass shooting at Seattle Center. We will bring you that live as soon as it begins. In the meantime, the 15-year-old boy arrested in connection with the shooting that left 3 people dead and at least 4 others hurt, had his first court date today. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch with the latest.
He waived his right to appear, so he didn't actually show in court. He was represented by an attorney, and the proceedings moved on in his absence. Here's Casey McNarthney with the King County Prosecutor's Office.
The court found probable cause for assault in the first degree, 3 counts of that, and also 1 count of unlawful gun possession in the second degree. King County prosecutors asked for him to be held in secure detention after hearing from both sides, and the juvenile.
All right, we're going to break into that report from James, and here is Mayor Katie Wilson with the latest.
Official identification will come from the King County Medical Examiner's Office, and we expect the names of the deceased to be released this afternoon, really anytime. Our Human Services Department Victim Advocates team is working with the Seattle Police Department to support the needs of the victims and their families. We are so grateful for their incredible work and dedication. We now know that at least 2 people exchanged gunfire outside the Seattle Center Armory. 1 is in custody, and a second has been identified as the 19-year-old deceased man. This is new information in our ongoing investigation. Police continue to look for a 3rd possible suspect. And please, we're still seeking more information, so if you have information, call the tip line at 206-233-5000. Our next steps in this investigation include reviewing bullet casings, investigative interviews, following leads that come in through the tip line, and reviewing any available camera footage. While the Seattle Center cameras were not located where the scene of the crime was, next steps include looking at the video to see if they offer any new information. As you are aware, the Seattle Police Department detained a 15-year-old juvenile in connection with the shooting, and this individual had their first court hearing at 1:30 p.m. and remains in custody. The scene at Seattle Center has been cleared and the grounds are open today. I want to acknowledge all of the Seattle Center staff who've been looking after folks and cleaning up. From across the entire campus, from security to event staff and everyone who has had to respond and continue working, many often invisible in this work, and they're just as traumatized by what has happened as the visitors. The team has been unbelievable, working 20-hour shifts. So to our leadership and staff at Seattle Center, the city's gratitude is with you all. And I also want to express profound gratitude to our police officers who've been working nonstop since this tragedy occurred and are providing regular updates to my office. Thank you to the Victim Advocates team at the Human Services Department and our community partners focused on violence interruption who are offering in-home support to help families understand and navigate hospital, legal, victim support, and other systems. These teams are also convening community to assess the possibility of retaliation, identify ongoing safety concerns, and help the people involved navigate those risks. Thank you all for coming. We will continue releasing information as more becomes available. And so I want to turn it over to Assistant Chief Nicole Powell to share a few updates on the investigation. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Nicole Powell, the Assistant Chief of Investigations for the Seattle Police Department. I want to give you an update on the tragedy at the Seattle Center last night. This is all preliminary information, subject to change. This investigation is active and ongoing. Our detectives are working tirelessly on this case. At this point, we believe this could be gang-related. There were 2 groups firing in the area near the armory during the Bite of Seattle. We believe 2 of the individuals were associates with each other, old who passed away, and the 15-year-old who was arrested last night. There have been a lot of questions about cameras. Our detectives are still collecting and reviewing video evidence from buildings around the area. I want to thank our officers who selfishly ran into danger, our detectives and professional staff who are working together on this investigation. These men and women serve Seattle day in and day out with pride and dedication. Again, I want to emphasize this information that I provide today is preliminary. Once we have additional information, we will provide it to the public. And if anyone have any video, seen anything, please call our Violent Crimes Tip Line at 206-233-5000. Thank you.
We can take a few questions.
Has there been? Have you all been able to interview the 15-year-old suspect? Has that suspect been cooperative?
It's an active investigation. I can't give that information right now.
Mayor, I was wondering if you could say a little bit about what this means for the city of Seattle, kind of coming off the high of the World Cup and the summer of Jimothy and a lot of like lighthearted, good feelings about Seattle, and then to now have this very terrible tragedy that is making international headlines. What does this mean for you and kind of like for this moment in Seattle?
I mean, I think this is weighing on us all right now. Certainly weighing on me. I also just want to recognize that we've had a number of tragic incidents of gun violence this year, and all of them take very, very seriously. So I think, everyone deserves to feel safe in our city, to be safe in our city, in all of our neighborhoods, in all of our public space. And we're going to be working as hard as we can to make that the reality, because we know that the future of our city, its vitality, our quality of life depends on people feeling safe wherever they are in our city. So that's my very highest priority.
Thank you.
Yeah. Was there any altercation between the 19-year-old and the 15-year-old before this? Did any witnesses hear any fighting? Was there anything that you can identify that happened prior to the shooting?
This is still an active investigation. We're still interviewing witnesses, so it's going to take some time to go through all of that.
Kamari, you next.
Yeah. Listening to your preliminary investigation there, you mentioned that this very well could be gang-related. What steps is the city of Seattle taking, considering that there's other festivals that are on the horizon here, Moja Fest, different concerts coming up. Of course, that's our communities across the city, where it seems like two people who might not have known each other or liked each other probably knew each other and they started gunfire. What's the city's plan to be able to make public gatherings safe, considering we're in festival season right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be an ongoing collaboration between the city, all of our partners, county, Office of Gun Violence Prevention, all of our community partners. So it's going to take all of us. And, I think, part of this is having the right kind of official presence at events. Part of this is just making sure that we're working with our community partners that are doing violence intervention work. So we're going to be making this plan together as the days go on.
Here, and then here.
Do you know more about the 27-year-old who you said yesterday? Is that person definitively related to this shooting?
No additional information than what was provided earlier today.
With one outstanding suspect, is there an ongoing threat to the public? And can you elaborate more on the relationship between the 15-year-old and the 19-year-old?
This is an active investigation, so I'm limited what I can say. What I want is to encourage the public who was out there. There was a lot of people. If they have any videos or any witnesses seeing anything, please call that tip line. We're still trying to ascertain that information. As soon as we have it, we're going to make sure we put it out as soon as possible.
There, and over there.
Yeah, hi. I'm just trying to take down some of the specifics here. So, according to the court documents, the 19-year-old who later passed away was detained at the same time as the 15-year-old. So those two were associated, and there's a third person, at least one more person out there that you're still looking for, who potentially they were attempting to attack, or vice versa. Can you help me understand, and maybe also how many guns you know were involved?
So the information I've provided today, right now, is what we have. It's still an active investigation, so I can't provide any additional information. Once we get it, we will provide it to the public.
According to court documents, the verbiage in the super form says that the 19-year-old was the second shooter. Why didn't you guys release that this morning?
It is an active investigation. I think once we get that information, once we get the witness statement and videos and obtain more information, is the information that we put out right now. Like I said, it's preliminary, and things are subject to change as the investigation goes on. So as we're investigating it, we'll provide more information.
Well, I was just wondering because it's obviously on the super form. So the police already said that. So my question is, why did we have to have a second press conference to get that information when we could have got it this morning?
I mean, I'll just say that my office received that information in the last hour or two. So, I mean, things are unfolding very rapidly, and we're getting reports that then, in some cases, subsequently turn out not to be true. So we're trying our best to be able to provide timely information.
Go over here since you haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah, is there a reason Chief Barnes isn't here? Has he been communicating with you? If you didn't learn about this information that was already filed in court earlier today around noon, or even earlier, potentially, how's the communication been? And why isn't he here?
I mean, again, Assistant Chief Nicole Powell is here because she is the one heading up this investigation and was able to provide us with an update. Again, information is going back and forth between multiple parties very fast right now. So, we've received that information in the last couple hours, and we're able to share it right now.
Okay, let's do one more. Go ahead.
Where were the guns recovered on scene, and have you been able to run them to see if they've been stolen, used in any other crimes?
It's an active investigation. I can't provide that information right now.
Do you understand why people might be frustrated that that's the recurring answer that we're getting today?
I understand as we get information that we can release to the public, we will provide as soon as we can.
So we'll be back here again at noon tomorrow, and as we have more information, then we'll be happy to share it with you all.
Quick thought before you go. I just want to say, and I think I can speak for all members of the media here, that we're partners. We're partners with you guys. That's what we do. That's what we see ourselves as public servants too. And we're not always treated that way.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're doing here is we're trying not to provide inaccurate information that later we have to walk back. So I appreciate you all being here and helping us in the all-important mission of keeping the public informed about what is happening. And again, we are trying our best to provide the most accurate information we can in a timely manner. Thank you.
Tom. I just wanted to pass off there. You heard some.
All right, a press conference occurring there. And by the way, that last voice you heard from the reporters responding to the fact that they weren't getting much information and saying, well, we too are public servants. That was our own James Lynch.
Yes, it was.
Expressing some frustration with the rest of the press that they're not getting the straight poop, or at least not getting it in a timely manner. That was Nicole Powell. She was the representative for Barnes. She's in charge of the case. Barnes brought her over from the 8th District there in the French Quarter. She worked there. And then from there, she was lieutenant, superintendent of staff, focusing on crime reduction strategy and recruitment. She also ran recruitment and application investigation section. And then Barnes brought her over, the woman we'd heard, Nicole Powell, saying we can't talk about this. So then she joins SPD mid-2025. Barnes brings her over as he's building his command staff. Then Publicola reports that Powell received a $50,000 lateral hiring bonus from the city of Seattle. That's Nicole Powell, right? At the same time, Deputy Chief Andre Sales came from some place in Wisconsin, and Barnes got $50,000 for relocating from Madison. So
he gets the bonuses.
He got a bonus too.
I got you.
Yeah, he found that Barnes and Deputy. Yeah, and I think Barnes might have made some money.
Yeah, I remember there was
because he brought some of his friends over.
Yeah, they get the recruit bonus.
Something coming there. All right, there you go. I don't know what they expected to learn. I don't know why they had to have, as Lynch said, why we're having a second press conference. Could you just tell us all this stuff right away?
Right, and it was all available.
So it seems the 19-year-old that was shot and killed there, are they definitively saying those are the three? So it's three shooters.
Yeah.
The 19-year-old now dead. I think they said that person's name is Junior Cici Nico Simo. That's the 19-year-old. That was one of the names they put out.
You're pronouncing it incorrectly.
Thank you.
Yes.
As is my way. The other shooter is on the lam, and the other one is in custody. The one in custody is 15 years old. We don't know anything else about the one that's running away. We do know that the 19-year-old, I'm assuming because they gave you the names of the three people that are deceased, and one is 19. That must be, I'm going to guess because they put the age there, Junior Cici Nico Simo, S-C-M-O. How about that? Well, there you go. They say they're going to have another press conference. I don't know what we're supposed to learn in that one, especially since the last one, it's an ongoing investigation and we're not allowed to say anything. Is Lynch going to join us? Seems pretty fired up.
Oh, he's mad. The whole press corps here in Seattle is and has been since last night very, very upset.
having gone to some of these things as a person supposed to be working the press, it's this weird thing is you're all standing around waiting for something, right? And one guy goes, "Can you believe they're treating us like this?" "No, I can't believe it. There's no way they'd be treated." "I know, this is horrible. They should treat us." So they all kind of get in their little gaggly kind of thing. They all get upset about something, and then somebody's going to bring it up. Why are you not responding to the questions? See, they all get together in a group, and everybody gets all worked up into a lather, and then they get a chance to ask the questions, and you sort of have this little bit of fire under your britches there, and that's kind of what you're starting to hear a little bit of. But guys,
and last night as well. I mean, they were. Here's Jeremy Harris from Como News. Last night.
We are almost 5 hours into this. I'm not mad at you. I am mad at the dignitaries that are holding up a press conference for the public to get information about a mass shooting outside of the space heater. It is outrageous that we are being told to wait for dignitaries.
So what I'll do is I'll go back here.
That's not fair. Jeremy, I'm sure you're upset. It's a Sunday. You don't want to be there at 11 o'clock at night. I get that. But being told to wait for dignitaries, someone said that. They used the word dignitaries. I'm sure it was like we're waiting for politicians, dignitaries, whatever. So they just told the person that. So the dignitaries, of course, it's Your Highness Bob Ferguson. And then Congresswoman Jayapal, she was there, and Katie Wilson, because nothing calms the nerves than the steely-eyed Bob Ferguson to make everybody just feel good and know that we're all going to be okay.
Well, here's a little taste of KIRO 7 last night, and this is from the Monique Manlavin and Gary Horker in the studio waiting on the dignitaries.
They're waiting for dignitaries before they will tell the city whether this is still an active public safety issue.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah. So we are in a bit of uncharted territory here. Monique and I were talking about, because she and I have been here for more than 20 years, and we were trying to think about the last time there was a complete lack of information, and that's when Officer Timothy Brenton was shot on Halloween many, many years ago. But at the time, there wasn't a suspect. There was a suspect outstanding, but nobody really knew how to react to that because we had no information.
I think the word dignitaries is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
A lot of work on that word. Again, I said this, that if it was a chemical leak, right, and this cloud, this noxious gas is floating over the city, and we don't know if it's harmful or not, and here it comes, and there it is, and it's floating. And what direction of it, and what do we need to do to protect ourselves? Well, then we need to, what's the information? You got to keep. But a gang shooting of one teenager shooting another teenager, and as tragic it is for the people that are caught in the crossfire, it's public at 11 o'clock at night.
On a Sunday.
I mean, I love Monique. She's great, and I'm sure they're frustrated because they're sitting. Also, they're going there on a Friday or a Sunday. That's just it. You don't want to be in there on a Sunday. You don't want to be called in. You're sitting at home. You're enjoying your life there. And then you're called in, you're sitting there and you're waiting. There's going to be a press conference, and when's the press conference? And then you're told, oh, it's not for a little while. Oh, because dignitary.
That's the frustration. It's a combination of being told to wait.
And then say dignitaries.
And they're getting ready for their live shot, and they're holding up Jeopardy or whatever's supposed to be on the air at that time.
Jeopardy on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock?
I don't know. Whatever.
Love American Style. Come on now.
There you go.
America's Funniest Videos.
Oh.
Is it?
That's Nate talking.
Yeah, you're just saying stuff.
No, I watch it every Sunday with my kid.
Do you?
Really?
Yes, true story.
Promise?
Say
I promise.
Well, it's on a different channel, not KIRO, but you know the all the networks were dealing with
the show end the same way. Somebody gets hit in the scrotum.
Yes, that's the best part, John.
The point is that normal programming is having to be halted and held up for this whole thing.
I got it. Right. I got it. Okay. But it's the word dignitary that threw everybody off.
I think so.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, oh, here come the dignitaries.
Well, and then James, he was supposed to be in studio with us at 4, but he gets called to this press conference where they basically are giving him information he got an hour ago.
I'm going to say something about Katie Wilson. Should I say it now or should I wait?
No, you got to wait. We're already
Wow,
out.
That's a tease.
All right. Somebody throw a wiffle ball at me. Make Nate happy. Here comes Nate checking traffic.
Everett to Marysville, 15 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, 25. It's bumper to bumper now from Ravenna to I-90. North 5, you're packed just before the West Seattle Bridge up to the Ship Canal Bridge. About a half hour to get through this. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, looking pretty good. About 20 minutes on both bridge routes. South 405 through Bellevue jams up at Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway. And then you'll thin out, but you're not in the clear till you get into Renton. Bellevue to Renton, plan on 35 minutes. North 405, we're slow from South Center past the Renton Landing now. South Center to Bellevue is a 20-minute trip. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. You're crowded from Inner Urban down to 516, but you're close to the speed limit here. Tacoma to Olympia, just 40 minutes. Little crowding to get through in South Tacoma, and again between Lacey and Olympia. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
All right. How's the storage going in your house? Do you have enough room? You probably think, no. I would say most people are like, well, they're probably going to go 50-50 on this. Some people very, very organized. There's a spot for everything. It's all labeled. There it is in the pantry. There it is in the closets upstairs. You've got plenty of storage and everything in the garage. You could eat off the floor in there. You could perform open heart surgery in the floor of the garage because it's so clean. Then you start to move into, well, stuff starts to pile up. Well, that's a storage problem, and that's where Closets by Design comes into play. The experts there know exactly how you could get a couple of other cabinets, or you could be able to utilize some space by simply moving some shelves around, but not just any shelves. It's customized for you. At 22 years in business, a family-run business, Closets by Design customizes truly for your space. Nothing generic here, but it's not a big price. It's getting customized, and it's 40% off plus additional 15% off. My goodness, an 18-month 0% financing on approved credit when paid in full. I can tell you from personal experience, these are the ones to call. These are the guys. Closets by Design, 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
The Boeing Classic welcomes the world's greatest golf legends to the Pacific Northwest, August 14th through the 16th at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge. Watch Masters champions and Golf Hall of Famers compete for a $2.3 million purse at the only PGA Tour champion stop in the region. Bring the whole family and make sure to check out the Seahawks Village, packed with fun for all ages. Tickets start at just $20 and kids get in free. Visit BoeingClassic.com to get yours today.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and Elder Law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, you're going to be okay, but we have to get through these steps. Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at LifePointLaw.com. That's LifePointLaw.com.
If your home is 20 years old or more, it might be time to have your roof checked. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and at Guardian, we help it last as long as possible. That's why every new install comes protected with a full year of free maintenance on us. Visit us at GuardianRoofing.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father, not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repair, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. Police now say they believe that mass shooting that killed 3 people at the Seattle Center was gang-related. At least 4 others were injured in the crossfire yesterday. Nicole Powell is the Assistant Chief of Investigations for Seattle Police, says it appears the shooters knew each other.
There were 2 groups firing in the area near the Armory during the bite of Seattle. We believe 2 of the individuals were associates with each other.
One of them, a 15-year-old boy who made his first court appearance today. 19-year-old shooter was killed while police are still looking for a 3rd suspect. Detectives say they're reviewing video evidence from buildings around the area, but police have said there were no surveillance cameras that captured the actual shooting. The man who murdered 4 University of Idaho students now says he is innocent and wants to challenge his conviction. ABC's James Longman has more.
In a new interview from prison with the New York Times, Brian Koberger, who's serving 4 life sentences, says he now wants to withdraw his guilty plea and reopen his case. Koberger reiterated his innocence in a call with the Times, saying his plea hinged on false promises and blatant misinformation.
Legal analysts say a plea change will be difficult for Koberger, who pleaded guilty last year to killing those students in their home back in 2022. If you're a Costco shopper, the company may owe you up to $500.
Emails started going out last week telling customers they may qualify for a cash payment in connection with a class action lawsuit settlement, according to the Seattle Times. Though the company denies any wrongdoing, it agreed to settle the suit for $14 million. The suit claimed that Costco sent out misleading emails advertising supposedly limited-time promotions that Costco knew it was going to extend. People who qualify can submit a claim by going to WashingtonCommercialEmailSettlement.com by August 24th. Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
And that takes us to 432. Nate Connors now with the real-time traffic desk.
Thank you, Aaron. This one brought to you by Harborstone Credit Union. Relatively light volumes across the board. Linwood to Seattle under a half hour. It gets to be a bumper-to-bumper backup at Ravenna down to I-90. North 5, pretty heavy from the West Seattle Bridge to the Ship Canal Bridge. Plan on a half hour from bridge to bridge. Southbound 99, scattered backups between the Aurora Bridge and the stadiums. Northbound 99 is clear through the tunnel. We'll have a brief backup up there at South Lake Union along the lake. In Bellevue, South 405, we're heavy from Southeast 8th to the VMAC now. Bellevue to Renton, a half-hour commute. North 405, still off and on, slowing from South Center through the Renton S-curve. South Center to Bellevue, pushing 25 minutes. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway at 40 minutes. And if you're heading out into Auburn on eastbound 18, we're heavy from I-5 and Federal Way over to C Street. Open a money market special online with 3.75 annual percentage yield with full access to your money the entire time at harborstone.com/moneymarket. Insured by NCUA. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
And to your forecast now, we are dry for the rest of tonight, but a few showers likely for tomorrow, then clearing up for the rest of this week. Quiet weather with a chance of showers around on Sunday. Right now, though, sunny, 79 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Start your day with solutions, not problems. KIRO 7 pinpoint weather and real-time traffic every 10 minutes. From storms to backups, whatever you run into, you'll be prepared. Stay up to the minute every 10 minutes. KIRO 7 pinpoint weather and real-time traffic only on KIRO 7 News in the Morning.
How's that yogurt, Joe?
What yogurt?
Yogurt in your mouth while you were talking. Flavor was it was so present. I think the audience can smell it.
I don't.
Strawberry, vanilla. I think people picked up vanilla. Well said, well read. Buggy's Auto Service Centers. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. 51 years, 16 locations. They continue at this rate. In 500 years, there will be 74 of them. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
And by the way, on numbers real fast, I think Barnes misspoke on the chief of police when he was talking about Seattle violence problem. He said,
"We will leave no stone unturned to bring all of those who may be involved to justice." In Seattle, the problem of gun violence
listen to this. So Seattle gun violence, ready?
Is worsened by small groups. We have small groups that appear to be at odds with each other, and in our city, 0.01% of
0.01%? Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
That can't be it. He must have misspoken. Hang on, Barnes. Hang on.
0.01% of the population.
Hold on, back it up, Curly.
0.01% of the population.
Yeah, that's 78 people.
Is connected to 52% of our shooting.
Okay, 235 shootings, 54%, 117. So 78 people are responsible for 117. I think he meant 0.1%. That would be 780. That's 780 people. You take the population of 780,000. That's 780 responsible for, that sounds to make more sense. Because then if you compare it to Oakland, Boston, that's more in line. But there can't just be 78 people are doing it. You just go over there and arrest them all and follow them. It must be about right. 780 people are responsible for 54% of the crime. Yeah, that's about right. That makes sense, doesn't it?
0.001.
0.001 would be 1%. That would be 78 people. I think he misspoke, is what I'm saying. Math on the radio, everybody. Better than Joe eating yogurt. All right. Here's my comment on Katie Wilson. And I've said this before, and I said this when she was the first time on the show or the second. I said, you're going to wake up tomorrow, let's say all of a sudden you win this thing. You have never held a job like this. You've got 12,000 employees. You get an $8 billion budget. You got a major city that you're now responsible for. I don't believe that she had a tremendous amount. Obviously, everybody knows this is not outrageous. A huge amount of experience with something like this. I think when you consider that she's coming in with zero tested experience, I don't think she's doing that bad. Now, the point of people go, well, you should step in with experience. You should step in and should be able to do this sort of stuff. I would say not bad for a novice at standing up there at 11 o'clock at night asking questions about a shooting. I would give her, for a novice, I give her an A. Yeah. For a major city, for a leader of a major city, C-.
And she didn't say hold for the dignitaries. Somebody else said that.
That's right.
Probably somebody in Bob's office. And she did a pretty good job this morning of answering why there was a delay in the press conference.
There's a lot of really crappy mayors out there that really screw these things up. Again, for somebody who's never done it before, she gets an A. For somebody in a major city, she gets a C compared to everybody else. You're voting, you're grading on a curve. And again, what are you supposed to say?
Right.
You're not the news story. You're the mayor. What are you going to do? You're not out there running around. It's not like you're Red Ranger responding to a crime. Have everybody seen Red Ranger? There used to be a guy. Who was the guy who's on before?
Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones, right. Phoenix Jones used to run around in a big leather, rubber. It was rubber and leather. It was it's quite interesting suit. And he had his whole face. I think I arm wrestled him on the air once one night. Yeah,
You think, or you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was him.
He
had a mask on. I couldn't.
Seems
tell.
like something you'd remember.
Yes. So there's another guy named Red Ranger, and he's got you can't tell who he is. That's what makes him so special.
That's right.
And he is a Seattle superhero. And he was responding to the shooting yesterday.
This is Red Ranger on patrol in downtown Seattle. There's an active shooter at the Bite of Seattle. I'm going to do what I can to assist. We'll keep you all updated. Howdy, folks. This is Red Ranger on patrol with Crow.
Who's Crow?
That's like his Robin.
Oh, okay.
Sidekick.
We are here at Seattle Center after the shooting that occurred here at Seattle Center at the Bite of Seattle. I was here during the shooting. When it occurred, I attempted to evacuate as many people as possible. And now it is an active, ongoing police investigation to make sure that all those responsible are apprehended and in custody, and to make sure that victims are adequately cared for. So we're going to keep doing perimeter sweeps, going to keep our eyes on everyone else here in the city. So you all know how it is. Take care, stay safe as always. We'll see you in the streets.
By the way, the beginning of the clip where he's completely out of breath.
Yeah.
He's running into Seattle Center.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people are running out.
Yeah.
Already being
Well, that's what
evacuated.
you do when you're a hero. Yeah.
He's not evacuating them. They were clearly evacuating.
You don't know that, Joe.
That's true. You know what? You're right. I don't remember.
Okay. He made sure to check back in front of a bunch of police cars. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying this he's not really a superhero? You seem to have a jaundiced view of Red Ranger.
Well, I'm saying he's drafting on wherever the action is.
Howdy, folks. This is Red Ranger out here with Justin Service.
Who?
Justin Service.
Who's that? Is that his other guy?
It's the other sidekick.
He's got two sidekicks?
Apparently. They have a name. It's Echo, I think. Emerald City Comic-Con? Hero Community.
Crow of the
Where's Crow? Crow's with him.
Emerald City Heroes organization. We are just wrapping up the press release with Mayor Katie Wilson, Governor Bob Ferguson, and Senator Jayapal, and the Deputy Chief of Police regarding the shooting that occurred here at Seattle Center that we were on scene for earlier today. If anybody has any information related to the shooting and the events that happened today, please call the SPD hotline at 206-233-5000. We need our community's help to make sure that justice is served. Unfortunately, we had 4 people go to Harborview, including 1 toddler, and 2 people did lose their lives today. So we need your help to bring people to justice and make sure that we can keep our community safe. We're going to continue our patrol. Y'all know how it is. Take care. Stay safe as always. We'll see you in the streets.
Oh, then was that
was
Crow jumped in,
yeah,
seeing the
Crow
streets?
jumped in.
Okay. All right, so these people are out there. I don't know if they do anything. Have you ever seen them interviewed other than on scenes of crime and stuff like that? Do you
No.
feel safer knowing they're out there?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't feel less safe. But it is. I mean, we are the hotbed for our superheroes like this. I'm not aware if any other cities have them, but Phoenix Jones was famous long before I ever moved to Seattle. Now we got the Echo crew.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sure let's assume that he's not in it for his own clicks and likes and followers. But running around with a mask on, he's got this helmet on. I don't know where he bought it.
It looks expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't run with it on or you wouldn't be able to breathe. So you had to take it off for the other stuff. And he shows up at stuff. If he's doing something that's helping somebody, God love him. But like the sidekicks, they obviously spent whatever the name of the Echo or something.
Yeah.
They had a budget for costumes.
Right.
And it looks like he got most of it.
He did. Crow got a decent sized budget. The other guy, Justin Service,
He got an
nothing.
M90 mask.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's one of those shower caps you got when you stay at a hotel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know what his other thing is.
Yeah, you're forgetting one superhero in this town, the Random Acts of Kindness man.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you. No one knows where he is now.
Oh.
Believe me. Have you seen the ratings? Here's Nate checking traffic.
Bellevue to Everett, 45 minutes. Scattered backups between Bellevue and Bothell. Seattle to Everett, just 35. Some scattered slowing at 145th and Shoreline up to 164th in Mill Creek. Nothing real heavy here. Westbound crossing the lake into Seattle, 520. All clear until you get into Montlake. Westbound 90 is crowded from the Mercer Tunnel to I-5. South 405 in Bellevue gets thick at Southeast 8th to the VMAC, right around a half hour from Bellevue to Renton. Seattle to Federal Way down to a half hour. Minor slowing left along South Center at 516. This clears out right away till you get near State Route 18, and from there, a typical backup into Fife. If you're on Bainbridge Island, northbound 305, you've got a 3-mile bumper-to-bumper backup starting in Northeast Day Road up across the Agate Pass Bridge. In the Mukilteo Ferry Terminal, reporting a 1-hour wait for drivers. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula.
When it comes to Dutch Bros, Ursula?
Weekdays 9 to noon.
Every time I go south, I pull up on some Dutch Bros.
Yeah.
My point is this. Starbucks is going to be moving part of their headquarters over to Tennessee. And there's a lot of people like, oh my goodness, Starbucks is going to be going. Don't you worry. There's other coffee places like, hey, y'all have fun. It's almost like the new stepdaddy. That's what Dutch Bros is about to do.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula Show on YouTube and watch live or later.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
You've worked hard, saved diligently, and now retirement is on the horizon. But will your nest egg go the distance? With rising cost and uncertain markets, there's no time for oversimplified plans. Hi, Jeff here with Madrona Financial and CPAs. Don't settle for a partial plan. Get the real deal by requesting your no-cost Madrona analysis today and discover what you may be missing. Call 833-673-7373 right now to request your analysis. That's 833-673-7373.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Summer is the time to feel and look your best. But I'm not talking about your abs or tan. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your very own hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. They are the team that addressed my hair loss, and I recommend them to everyone. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair's summer sales event is on for a limited time. So get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 425-449-8185. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and make the call now while their summer savings event is still on. That's 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Thinking about a new roof or exterior upgrade, but worried about the cost? This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We've created our summertime savings event to make it simple and affordable. Save up to $3,000 off your exterior project or get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest up to 24 months. And every qualifying GAF roof is backed by our lifetime Golden Pledge warranty. One call gets you started. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner. It was done by the King.
50 seasons, 50 legends, one unforgettable night. Join the Mariners Saturday, August 8th for 50 season celebration night at T-Mobile Park, presented by Daktronics.
The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship.
Before the team takes on the Rays, arrive early for the most epic pregame ceremony in Mariners history. You'll witness the biggest gathering of franchise icons ever assembled as the 50 greatest Mariners from across all 5 decades are revealed. From Griffey to the big unit, from Ichiro to Nelson Cruz, and every legend in between, you don't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Junior with a 2-run home run. Everybody is going bonkers here in the Kingdom.
Seats are going fast. Get yours at mariners.com/tickets.
My, oh my!
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement? Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Sound Path Through Retirement, with Ben Koval and Matt Leibarger. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 10 a.m. and noon on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. John Curley Show. Augusta Casino Resort text line, the place to text. Police officer wrote in, said the telephone number was right. Now we're arguing about math on the radio, referring to the fact that Chief Barnes said that 0.01% of people are responsible for 54% of all violent crimes. That would be 78 people responsible for 117 crimes. If that's the case, you know what the percentage is, you know where they are. Maybe arrest them. I don't know. After they commit some crime and they're found to be not guilty.
Nope. Don't even look at the schedule. You're telling me about random acts of kindness.
Oh. I was, thanks, Nate, for that.
Hey, man, I loved it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
When I was doing EV Magazine, I remember one time I went and helped a neighbor. Ooh, what's going on back here? We were shooting something, and I took this lady's garbage can up to her house while we were waiting because Daryl said, hey, that garbage can's in the shot. So I rolled the can back up to her area where the garbage cans were, and she yelled at me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just moving your can back. Just a random act of kindness. So I got back, and I said to Daryl, if I had a costume, then you can do nice things for people, and no one's going to assume that you're trying to steal their garbage can.
Right.
So then I called Mike Dillon at Dillon Works, and he made me a Random Acts of Kindness Man costume, which was a skin-tight blue shirt that had a red R on it for random.
Yeah.
I had a utility belt that had a whole bunch of stuff on it. It had a coin changer. It had a lint roller. It had a box of Altoids in case you had bad breath. It had a sewing kit, mouthwash. And I would then run around as a Random Acts of Kindness Man. I had a halo, and I would do random acts, and then people would call up and say, hey, I did Random Acts of Kindness Man, can you help me? And
my neighbor has bad breath.
And I would jump in my motorcycle with my sidecar with my dog, Woody, and we would race to wherever we went. And there's one famous one, it's on YouTube somewhere, of me playing as Random Acts of Kindness Man, Gary Payton in a billiards. And whoever won would then win tickets for this family that wanted tickets. I showed up at a bunch of different things as Random Acts of Kindness.
You had a cape too, didn't you?
I had a cape, yep. And then the mayor of Seattle gave me a plaque or something.
Oh, a whereas?
A
proclamation?
whereas, yeah, Westlake. And I had sort of a weird voice. Thank you, Mary. And then I would switch back and forth between my outfit. I had blue tights, which I had purple shorts over top, and then like these weird boots. Yeah, and I would show up as a random acts of kindness
How
man.
long did that last?
Oh, he milked the hell out of that thing
can
for a
imagine.
couple of years. Yeah,
Yeah, I loved it, man.
it was really fun. Really fun. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. There
You got
go.
your own day? You got your like Jimothy day?
Oh, not as big as Jimothy. Certainly not as big as Jimothy.
Boy, that's over now.
Well, that's like in a Red Ranger show. We should get Red Ranger if we can possibly get him to come on the air.
I'm working on it.
I'm still trying to find when I wrestled, whatever the guy's
Phoenix
name.
Jones?
Phoenix Jones.
Well,
yeah.
I thought you arm wrestled him.
I think I'm going to find that, Joe. But it's not about me.
Random act of kindness.
Yeah.
Do you have a jingle, like a song?
No, we didn't. No.
Too bad.
I'll try to find it for you. Okay, here comes Nate. Check your traffic. Next, Nate.
Yeah, Everett to Marysville, a 15-minute drive. You're crowded from Broadway up to 529. It gets thick between the Snohomish River and Union Sloop. South 5 heading into Seattle, we're packed from Ravenna down to I-90. North 5 packed between the Michigan Curve and Ship Canal Bridge. South 405 on the east side in Bellevue still is bumper to bumper from Southeast 8th to about 112th, and then things thin out for you. You're not in the clear till you get into the Renton S curves. You clear out briefly, got another backup through South Center. Seattle to Federal Way is just a half hour. Again, just minor crowding along South Center. And right at 516, you're going to clear out right away. Bainbridge Island, northbound 405, you got a 3-mile thick backup heading up to the Agate Pass Bridge. And Tacoma to Olympia, just a 40-minute drive this afternoon, and really nothing heavy along the entire way. Your longest backup is between Lacey and Olympia, and that's about a 2-mile stretch. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
G and Ursula on KIRO News Radio.
You're not going to be able to stop what's going to happen.
I hope he's successful.
9 to noon, streaming live on your smart speaker.
Your old water heater's starting to peter. DayandNight.net. Day and Night has $150 off installation of any new water heater, including tankless, backed by a free lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Bruce. When your old water heater leaks or fails, the damage could be catastrophic. Whether you need an emergency replacement or you're planning ahead before it leaks, give us a call and we'll help you get into hot water again.
Get $150 off installation of any new water heater.
DayandNight.net.
877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Jake and Spike.
There's a rule.
Noon to 3.
If someone can do something about it, you tell them.
That's a good rule.
If they can't do something about it, you don't say anything.
Were they worried about the awkwardness?
That's on them.
Subscribe to the Jake and Spike YouTube channel and watch live or later.
At Seattle Children's Hospital, 1 in 3 patient families can't afford the food their kids need to heal. A child recovering from surgery and the family struggling to put nutritious food on the table. That's why Seattle Children's, Safeway, and Seahawk, Jackson Smith and Jigba launched the Food First Project to fight pediatric food insecurity by providing grocery cards, produce vouchers, and food as medicine programs for families. No barriers, just help. 12s, we need you. Learn more at Safeway.com. Again, that's Safeway.com.
At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, a well-insulated attic can be your home's secret weapon. Upgrading attic insulation is a cost-effective way to make your home more energy efficient. It also helps keep your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Better insulation equals better air quality, less moisture, and no mold, improving the air quality you and your family breathe. Call now for $300 off attic ceiling and ventilation, and visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. A Los Angeles judge just ruled there is enough evidence to put singer David, real name David Berg, on trial for the death and dismemberment of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. District Attorney Nathan Hochman says his office is still weighing whether to seek the death penalty. Berg has pleaded not guilty.
She has held him to answer for first-degree murder with the special circumstances of lying in wait, doing this crime for financial gain, and murdering a witness to an investigation.
Powerful storms have already led to at least one confirmed tornado today in Wisconsin. ABC News meteorologist Samara Theodore.
Chicago seeing those thunderstorms. Indianapolis as well, right around the time folks are leaving, headed from work and headed home. Then, as we move farther in time, 7 p.m., Indianapolis starts to experience those storms. Columbus, Ohio. And I think there's enough heat around that we get today that those storms stay pretty energized even past sunset there.
This is ABC News. OpenAI chief executive Sam Altman heads to the White House this week to seek approval for the company's most powerful model yet.
The system, capable of solving an 80-year-old math problem, could also take on complex tasks for businesses and the government. But that same ability to act more independently is also raising safety concerns after OpenAI's system was able to hack into another AI platform called Hugging Face during a security test. Hugging Face's CEO calls the hack unprecedented.
That is ABC's Sophie Flay. The Tate brothers will remain in jail for another 2 weeks. A judge set a detention hearing for August 13th for Andrew and Tristan Tate, who are fighting extradition to the UK, where they're wanted on charges of rape and human trafficking. Singer Carly Simon reveals she has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and was recently treated for skin cancer. The 83-year-old says she couldn't walk without considerable help. I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
Coming up, a third suspect connected to the mass shooting at the Bite of Seattle. The very latest from the mayor and police after Nate Connors at the traffic desk.
All right, it's a Monday light commute out there with the heaviest backups right through downtown Seattle. South 5 is packed from Ravenna to I-90, 25 minutes from Linwood. North 5, we're packed between the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. Half hour to get through this. Our Lake Bridges, we're looking good, 25 minutes tops from Bellevue into Seattle. Southbound 99, heavy from about mid-Lake Union to the stadiums. Northbound 99, you're slow from the downtown tunnel to South Lake Union. Bellevue to Linwood at 45 minutes, and it's crowded from Bellevue into Bothell. Seattle to Linwood is just 25 minutes and pretty much wide open the entire way. Now Bellevue to Renton on 405, 35 minutes. We're bumper to bumper from Southeast 8th to the VMAC, and Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway. We are clearing out. We're down to 35 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening. I'm Aaron Granillo. Gang-related. That is now how Seattle police described the mass shooting last night at the Bight of Seattle that killed 3 people and injured at least 4 others. Seattle's mayor and police chief held their second press conference of the day to release new information. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch was there and joins us live. James.
Aaron, that second press conference of the day wrapped up just a short time ago. It was held, according to the mayor, to release new information in a timely manner. Then we learned what a lot of people have believed since this shooting happened, that there was gang involvement. Chief Barnes sat this one out, and in his stead, Assistant Chief Nicole Powell.
We believe 2 of the individuals were associates. This is the 19-year-old who passed away and the 15-year-old who was arrested last night.
And so that means 1 suspected gunman still on the loose. The mayor promised to step up efforts to release new information. She announced the next news update expected at noon tomorrow. Reporting live, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Thank you, James. As for that 15-year-old suspect, he had his first court appearance today. Casey McNerthney with the King County Prosecutor's Office on the potential of that case moving to adult court.
If you're 15 or younger, then in the court process, it's called a discretionary decline. That means that it's up to a judge, after hearing from both sides, whether or not to move it to adult court.
And today a judge did find probable cause for 3 counts of assault and unlawful gun possession. A formal charging decision for that 15-year-old is due on Wednesday. Seattle police still searching for the 2 men who base jumped from the Space Needle on Friday. Witnesses telling ABC News.
They were running towards the glass and they jumped up. And that's when Jacob was like, they're climbing up. And I'm like, oh my God, go watch Emerson, go.
Police say the men will face criminal charges if they are taken into custody. Seattle Mariners lose their series finale in Texas, dropping 3 out of 4 games to the Rangers. Final score 7-3. M's now 2.5 games back of the first-place Rangers in the AL West. Next up, a trip to Los Angeles to face the 2-time defending World Series champion Dodgers. Now to your forecast. We are seeing sunshine tonight, some increasing clouds tomorrow, and a chance for some light rain west of Puget Sound, then drying up for the rest of the week. Slight chance for some showers by Sunday. Right now, 78 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Got it. Here we go with the John Curley Show, and you coming along for the ride, and much appreciated with the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. 1-888-973-5476. Here we go. Devin in the news. Katie. All right. Good to have Aaron back after his lovely vacation. Left the kids. Who stayed with the kids, Aaron? This is a big story.
Yeah. My in-laws were watching the kids for half of my vacation.
Okay, and then who else gets credit for the second half?
I do.
It's not a vacation if you're with your kids.
Sure it is. We went to my in-laws have a lovely lake house in Wisconsin that we go to every summer.
Oh, okay.
And so they watched the kids for the first half while my wife and I went to the Bahamas for our 10-year wedding anniversary trip. And then the second half, I met up with the kids and the
Did you
in-laws.
follow the Mariners while you were in the Bahamas?
Boy, did I ever.
Oh,
well, actually, it was All-Star break during then, so thankfully I didn't have to watch
thank
them.
God. I was say your wife would be like, Aaron, please come back. Don't run into shark-infested waters. You get him next year.
That is true.
You seem
rough.
Yeah, you don't seem like the same guy. One, you look like you're well-rested.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you seem like you're torn up. Like it's just a
little bit.
Just wrecked.
Yeah, they don't look very good right now. 3 games under 500. Somehow, some way, though, they're still in this thing, and I'm still banking on a...
It's like your wife after 10 years.
What's that?
Still in it. Just still going. Even after 10 years, she's still hanging in there with you.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I'd say she's more like the Dodgers.
Till we get James on the phone. Oh, she's like the Dodgers?
Yeah. 2-time defending World Series champions. Still looking good.
Well played.
Yeah, man. Let's see who the Mariners have next. Good luck. Oh, boy. Yeah.
All right. Lynch coming on?
He's there. He's ready.
Hey, Lynch?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
We're going to pull up a bit of sound of you. You were at the press conference, and you said that you were speaking for everybody there. Can you just express why everyone seems so frustrated? And I'm going to use why everyone, you being everyone representing the press. Can you explain? Because I guess I'm missing it. The fact that they have to wait around, they're not getting all of it. These press conferences, there's no information or very little information. Can you tell me why you seem a little PO'd?
Well, I guess primarily it's because of the second gunman who is deceased, and it was in the super form from SPD. So I just felt like she could have released that information. She or SPD could have released that information at the morning presser rather than having another one. But I think more than that, it just seems like they treat the media at times, and not everybody, but as if we're adversaries, and we're not. I think all journalists and a number of them came up to me afterward, which was unexpected, and thanked me for saying that.
Yeah, here's what you said, James.
Quick thought before you go. I just want to say, and I think I can speak for all members of the media here, that we're partners. We're partners with you guys. That's what we do. That's what we see ourselves as public servants too. And we're not always treated that way.
Yeah, so you're not treated that way. A sense of partner being that they're trying to keep distance from you or not revealing information to you?
Well, again, and I'm not speaking for everybody that we come in contact with as a member of the media, but yes, there are some that even when we approach them, it seems like an adversarial situation rather than one that's welcoming, as a lot of the PIOs that I come in contact with every day who have known me for decades, and they know the kind of journalist I am, and they're straight with me all the time.
Yeah.
Even if they can't give information, then they're still straight.
Is it different? You've dealt with many of these administrations in Seattle. What's the difference with this one?
I don't know. I think it seems to be more that way with this administration. I know that, the mayor is a novice, and so she's not used to interacting with the media on a large scale that she does as mayor. But that's where it comes to have people at your side that know what the media expects and how to interact with us.
Yeah.
And that's all my opinion, of course.
I get it. That's all I'm asking for. And I don't want to put you in a tight spot as a reporter. But
this administration has not gotten... They've been getting beat up pretty bad by the media too. Not James or not us in particular, but they've been taking it. So maybe they're a little defensive.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, Joe, was self-inflicted. It didn't have to be that way.
Yeah, but like if you come from Wilson's side of the tracks with the people that she was normally around, activists as they are. They often feel as if, well, heck, most of the socialist activists / communists are held in high regard in the city of Seattle with the media. So I can't imagine them being adversarial to their political points of view. But they do seem a little defensive on this stuff. Did you talk to any of these guys that were upset about the fact that they had to wait 5 hours for the press conference?
Well, I didn't talk necessarily to them. I overheard conversations throughout the day about that.
You've been in this for a long time, Lynch. 5 hours waiting for the thing. Would you expect was it really necessary that the press reports to the public the details of a shooting that occurs there at the Bite of Seattle?
Well, I think if there's a shooter out there, particularly if he's young and still armed, there's no telling what he might do. He might mistaken somebody walking down the street for somebody coming after him, an undercover cop maybe. And so I think that there is danger out there, and the public turns to us to get that information.
Yeah.
And I think that it is incumbent upon us to give them that information to the extent we can.
Okay, so at this point, what information that we don't have right now that everyone is waiting for?
Well, I don't know if I'm not waiting for any information right now. I think that they've came out with the information, but the big part of what was brought out in this second news conference involved the second shooter being dead, and we already knew that. Before that, we had reported that before she made that announcement because it was in the court documents.
Oh.
So it just seemed like a waste of time, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I just felt like it was something that could have been released this morning, and I don't understand why it wasn't, but I guess they release in their own time.
Why are they so hesitant using the word gang related, the group activity or group related? Why do they steer away from the word gang?
Here's my sense, John,
all right.
and I've been in Seattle since 2005, and that's when you legitimately had Crips and Bloods on the hilltop in Tacoma. Real gangs there. It's been my experience in Seattle, especially as of late, that these tend to be groups of kids who live in the same neighborhood. They kind of run the streets together. Whether they have any capital G gang affiliation, I don't know. But it's been my experience that these tend to be neighborhood kids that flock together.
I see. And they think of themselves as I don't know what you have to do to establish yourself as a gang. You're right. They're loosely affiliated group of kids that interact on social media and then decide they're going to go rob or go run into a 7-Eleven and destroy the thing. So it's not in the same sort of category with the word gang that most of us have become accustomed to.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the 15-year-old that the judge now has to make the determination as to the next move with that 15-year-old, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they will decide whether the case is tried in adult court or in juvenile court.
Okay, and that'll probably...
And that's a decision that could take some time. It has in other cases.
I gotcha. Okay, and do they have a description of now the second shooter or third shooter? I know one of them has died. The other one is on the lam. Do they say what this person looks like?
They haven't released any kind of ID on another shooter.
Okay. Do they have any clear sort of idea of where the person might be hiding? Did they give you any indication that they have an idea of quote unquote what gang he is or she is associated with?
No, they didn't say. They didn't offer any information on that today.
Okay.
Perhaps tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you, James Lynch. Thanks a lot for sharing some of your personal thoughts as well on this. Your perspective is always appreciated. And again, I didn't want to put you in a spot where you're suddenly, coming in there like some yabbering talk show host.
I'll leave that up to you, John.
Thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. All right. Thank you, James Lynch, on the scene. Thank you. All righty. There we go. Okay. So a little bit of what's happening when the press is, I guess they're being treated with some disrespect because we had to wait for debutantes. Was that the word?
Dignitaries.
Dignitaries.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I'll just say this so Ferguson shows up there. What are you supposed to say? So Bob shows up and then gives himself credit for the $100 million that he put aside for police to be, for cities and counties to hire additional police. That thing has got so many giant barbs on it. You wouldn't want to touch it. You have to, if you want to be able to get part of that $100 million, you have to put in place a sales tax increase. Everybody has to get trained through some, I don't know, how would you describe it? Sort of an indoctrination, class, and then everybody that's on your staff needs to go through this training. Which, how can they possibly find time to have them go through the training, and then also find people that would be able to cover the shifts while they're going through these trainings? What else do they have in place? Let's see. The sales tax is a big part of it. They've got to commit to. There's so many strings attached to it that very, very few, if any, I think only one county or city has applied to get any of the money. It's just so cumbersome that I gave you $100 million, but then I've added all this extra stuff you have to do to get to the $100 million. So most people are not using it to hire additional police. State of Washington still has, I think we are the true outlier when it comes to the number of police that can walk the streets, that can help solve crimes when you consider our overall population. I think we're still near the bottom or near the top, however you'd want to look at that list. So there you go. The big story, as everybody knows, is shooting occurring yesterday at the Bight of Seattle. More than 225,000 people were on hand when shots rang out at about 6:02 in the evening. A number of rounds fired. It's so people that know a lot about guns, they said it sounded like 3 different weapons. One of them had been altered in such a way that it was able to shoot multiple rounds with a single pull of a trigger. There were 5 people that were hit, 3 deceased, one of them being one of the gunmen. One of the individuals was taken in by police shortly after the shooting. 2 weapons were found at the site, and 1 individual is on the lam. They haven't found that in that person, and they believe the 3rd shooter, and they confirming this as well, that the 3rd shooter is now deceased. The unfortunate, I think, 3 people losing their life. And even if it's the other shooter, you always believe in the redemption for everybody. That you have to believe that could be possible. All right, so there we go. And then the other big story is that everybody was all upset that the press conference took so long. I don't quite get that, but that's,
I think it had a lot to do with time of day. So we're looking at the 11 o'clock news or something like that, and then the fact that they had the press conference scheduled and then decided they had to delay it for an hour, and the poor choice of words.
Dignitary.
Yeah, dignitary.
Boy, if I found out ahead of time, if I were the governor and they said, we told everybody we're waiting for dignitaries, I'm like, I'm showing up then. Believe me, I don't want to be there as a dignitary.
Well, you got to figure, too, speaking of the governor, he's coming from Olympia, or does he have a spot here in Seattle? Where does Ferguson,
I don't know. Wherever he wants to be.
He probably had the longest trip to Seattle Sunday last night.
What else you got? Anything else in here? Joey? Yeah, Joey, do you have anything else?
Take your pick. You want Walsh's 18-point plan to fix Washington?
I told Walsh it's too long.
Or Oregon's hunting ban, not going to happen.
Good. Yeah. How crazy was that? They would outlaw fishing and hunting in the state of Oregon. And here's the crazy thing. When they put it up as an initiative, they still got 143,000 people, possibly, to say yes to have it on the ballot. Turns out that they rejected about 40,000 of those ballots, so that you end up with what you get. But you got 100 and some thousand people to sign an initiative to outlaw hunting and fishing.
Which would decimate, and it's not only just hunting and fishing. It would have been like farm-related industry. So cattle farms, anything producing meat. It was essentially a ban on meat in the state of, or meat and animal byproducts in the state of Oregon, which is half of the industry in the state.
Yeah, well done, everybody. So good. I'm glad they didn't get enough people to come on board for that thing. And then if the other one, what is it? Oh, Walsh's 18-point plan. So Jim Walsh sent out an 18-point plan as to what he thinks that people should do if you want to try to save the state of Washington. And I would just say to Jim, I've got one. Cut your 18-point plan down to a 5-point plan. You'll do much better with it. But here were some of Jim Walsh's, who heads up the GOP in the state of Washington. 1, require a zero baseline budgeting for all 3 state budgets, operating, transportation, and capital every 2 years. Zero baseline budgeting, if you're not familiar with it, is, if you do know, I don't mean to insult your intelligence, it's basically you start from zero. You say, okay, we're not going to have, there's going to be no attached dollars to anything. Now, every person needs to account for what they do and what is the metric by which we judge as to whether or not this is successful. So you clear it all out rather than continuing to add every single year. Well, we're already spending $20 million. It's automatically going to go up with cost of living. We're going to give it another 3% on top of the thing. Stop that. Stop. Just continue to do it. Start all the way at the bottom and then build up. Number 2, repeal the climate commitment canard. Yeah, get rid of that thing. The CCA does nothing to reduce carbon pollution. You're right on that, Jimmy. He says, end this attack with the cost of living in the state of Washington. They've been asked a number of times. The governor doesn't want to pull back on that. Replace the prototype school budget model. Currently, state law is the per student budget model. He said, get rid of that and head towards a school district with the smaller ones, make the budgeting more fair. And then it goes on and on. Remove illegal aliens from Medicaid, Apple Health. In the rest of the U.S., illegal aliens can't get Medicaid. Washington got special permission on the Obamacare in this experiment with state tax dollars. This favors criminals over veterans and kids. Stop it. It goes on and on. Yeah.
Zero-line budgeting ought to be done at every level of government. What, every 10 years, 20?
Here's the kooky part when they say, you talk to Ferguson and we're making cuts. No, you're not making cuts. They just automatically, these things go up. And then we want to get 6%. Let's say they've been giving it like 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, or 10. They keep adding to it like 3% every single year. Then somebody says, oh, let's give 6%, not just 3%. And then they'll go, no, we'll go 3. They look at that as a cut. It's not a cut.
That's a raise.
Really, it's still going up. Kooky town. I'm telling you, kooky town, huh? All right.
How about that random act of kindness guy?
The guy jumps off. How about the parachuters jumping off the Space Needle? You remember the story of the guy that jumped off the Columbia Tower as a base jumper? Comes down, he hits his head, I think, on the 13th floor or something. He fractures his skull, and he's supposed to go to medical school shortly after jumping off the you never heard the story?
No.
Oh, you should hear it. Somebody should tell it on the radio right after Nate tells traffic. Nate?
The KIRO Newsradio app has the update. Wide open commutes for most this afternoon. Everett to Marysville now under 15 minutes. Bellevue to Everett 40. You're crowded between Bellevue and Bothell. Seattle to Everett just a half hour. Just a little crowding left through Linwood into Mill Creek. South 5 we're packed from Ravenna Boulevard into downtown Seattle. North 5 is packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. South Center to Bellevue on 405 is taking you 25 minutes. It is slow from South Center all the way up to the VMAC there near Northeast 44th. If you're heading into Auburn on eastbound 18, it's packed from I-5 and Federal Way over to the Valley Freeway. And southbound on 167 is crowded between Algona and Sumner. Text app APP to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO Newsradio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate Connors. Over the age of 50, don't want to wear readers or glasses, have contacts anymore, and may be concerned about a cataract? Well, join the crowd. If you want to be able to go lens-free, how about RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange from K2 Vision? 6 years ago, I went there, met Dr. Kopstein. I asked him the slightly uncomfortable question because I don't want to make him feel bad. But I said, how many of these have you done? Not that I doubt your expertise. You said, I don't know, maybe a 75, 100,000. I was like, ooh, okay, this guy really knows what he's doing. He explained it to me. It was so simple. He said 5 minutes in one eye, 5 on the other. 2 Beatles songs. I was like, what? He goes, I listen to Beatles while I'm doing it. 5 minutes in one eye, 5 on the other. And then you're going to be able to have great vision. Let's do it. So I go back in after having the procedure, and I think it's like the next day, 2 days later, I go back in and I test my eyes. I've got 20/20, maybe even better than 20/20. Still the case. No more glasses, no more readers, no more contacts. K2 Vision, RLE.com. That's K2 Vision, RLE.com.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
After the mild winter we just had, forecasters are predicting above average temperatures this summer across western Washington. If your home is struggling to stay cool, your attic could be the culprit. Jake Skorheim here. Poor insulation or no insulation in your attic can account for up to 40% of the heat gain in your home over the summer. That puts a load on your air conditioner and it can leave you sweating. Fortunately, Valentine Roofing has you covered. This summer, bundle energy-saving attic insulation with a new roof and save 10%. That's better comfort, improved energy efficiency, and less strain on your cooling system. Thousands of homeowners have trusted Valentine Roofing for roofing, attic insulation, and complete home protection because every project comes with the Valentine experience. Seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service. Plus, with no money down on your project, you don't pay until your project is complete. Call 206 Roofing to save 10% when you bundle a new roof and attic insulation. That's 206 Roofing. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
What would you do if the person you love needed round-the-clock care and you had no plan to pay for it?
I was very worried about running out of money.
When Mike's wife was diagnosed with dementia, he turned to LifePoint Law and Elder Law attorney Rajiv Nagayich.
And then he said, you're going to be okay, but we have to get through these steps. Then I felt a whole lot better going into it. It was still a very difficult process, but in the end, I knew that there was someone there that if I needed help, understood what I'm going through.
LifePoint Law helped Mike protect his wife, his finances, and his future.
They laid it out really well up front. They give you a very in-depth plan. There are so many things that you don't know. I could never have done it on my own.
Register for a free LifePoint Law retirement planning seminar in Federal Way August 1st, Puyallup on the 4th, Tacoma on the 6th, or Bellevue August 8th. Space is limited, so sign up today at LifePointLaw.com. That's LifePointLaw.com.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those words weren't written for history books. They were written for you. But it's hard to pursue happiness when aging is part of everyday life. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic was created to help people with overall wellness and longevity, including diabetes management, heart health, weight management, inflammation reduction, nutrition, cognitive health, hormone therapy, and more. I can tell you from personal experience, being a patient for 17 years, I have a richer, fuller life, and I'm better able to pursue my own happiness. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. Independence from aging. Take control of your health before small issues become big problems. Experience a smarter, proactive approach to aging, backed by decades of experience with longevity. Do what I did and feel like yourself again. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out how at lmclinic.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening. I'm Aaron Granillo. Seattle police now believe there were 3 suspects involved in last night's shootout at the Bite of Seattle, and one of them is dead. Mayor Katie Wilson says a 15-year-old is in custody while police are looking for a third shooter.
We now know that at least 2 people exchanged gunfire outside the Seattle Center Armory. One is in custody, and a second has been identified as the 19-year-old deceased man.
Gunfire also killed 2 bystanders, a 44-year-old man and a 56-year-old woman. KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Audley has more on that.
That 56-year-old woman who died here at the hospital, Ashley Whitehead, she died of a gunshot wound to her pelvis. 44-year-old Carlos Israel Sanchez Villaba died unseen with a gunshot wound to the torso.
And at least 4 others were injured, including a 2-year-old boy. Assistant Chief Nicole Powell is leading the investigation.
At this point, we believe this could be gang-related.
Today, a judge ordered that 15-year-old boy to be held in secure detention and found probable cause for 3 counts of assault and unlawful gun possession. Reaction from legal experts after Brian Koberger filed new court documents to challenge his conviction in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students. ABC News legal contributor Bernarda Villalona.
It's going to be very difficult to withdraw a plea, especially since the judge went to great extent in determining whether this plea was entered into knowingly, and to make sure that he, 1, understood the charges, understood what the promised sentence is, and also, number 3, understood what rights he was waiving by entering a plea.
Koberger pleaded guilty last year and was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences. Costco shoppers, heads up, you could have $500 coming your way. The retailer agreed to a $14 million settlement over claims it sent misleading promotional emails, but it denies any wrongdoing. Seattle Times reports qualified customers are now getting emails about how to file a claim. Deadline is August 24th. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 5:32. Here's Nate Connors.
Thank you, Aaron. KIRO Newsradio App has the update. Smooth sailing for most of you. Only a minor backup for the rest. Bellevue to Everett, 40 minutes. It's crowded from mid-Bellevue up into Bothell. You're close to the speed limit here through the entire thing, though. Seattle to Everett is now wide open, just a half hour. Linwood to Seattle, 25 minutes. South 5 is packed from Ravenna Boulevard to I-90. North 5, we're still heavy, approaching the West Seattle Bridge now, up to the Ship Canal Bridge. About a half hour still to get through this. South 405 gets packed at Southeast 8th and Bellevue through Cold Creek Parkway, and then it begins to thin out. Bellevue to Renton, plan on a half hour. Tacoma to Olympia, now less than 40 minutes. Text app to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Could see a few showers around for tomorrow, mainly west of Puget Sound. Otherwise, looking dry for the rest of the week with highs in the mid to upper 70s. Next chance for showers will arrive on Sunday. Right now, 79 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Teeny, I believe you've got ourselves a recipe there. At least you can spin the wheel. He's going to land on Teeny again. When's the last time Teeny had one? It's been a while. Things of all the players, Aaron. Ooh, it flew off. We had to tape Aaron's name on there and it just flew off. That doesn't count there. And landed on Teeny. Teeny, what do you know? There we go. Wilcox Family Farm eggs recipe, please, Teeny. Something. A potato. That's a good start. So like a hash brown. Maybe like a hash brown or something. Okay, what else?
The answer is yes.
All right, we'll take that. Good enough. There's the Wilcox Family Farm extra recipe.
Yum.
Yes, Teeny. Okay. Potato. Kind of knew where that was going.
Potato.
All right, you can stuff it. The Seattle base jumper is coming off the top of the needle there. Sorry, I was trying to do two things at once.
Oh, okay.
Clicking around with a little mouse there, Joe. Unauthorized parachute is caught on the video. This happens like every 7 years or something like that. I remember a couple years ago, somebody jumped off there. Yeah, I remember there was.
Tonight, this is the shocking moment. Police say two men illegally climbed a glass wall on the observation deck of Seattle's iconic Space Needle and jumped off before deploying parachutes.
And all I kept thinking was, God, we paid a lot of money to go up here.
Onlookers stunned. Oh, no! The incident unfolding just before 9 p.m. on Friday. Video showing one man standing on the ledge, doing a backflip, and then leaping from the 605-foot structure. One parachute seen descending to the ground before vanishing from camera view. Police say the pair, who they identified as base jumpers, entered the Space Needle with purchased tickets that were then scanned. Tonight, authorities are looking for the duo and are unsure of where the men landed. The two face charges of committing criminal trespass. It comes just 3 weeks after this masked couple's death-defying climb. Two Russian nationals scaling to the top of the Empire State Building in the heart of
Oh, it must be an epidemic trend then. So we had the people there at the top of the Empire, and then these two?
Town Manhattan, proposing in front of millions.
Another kissing, Kimberly. To share this with you as bizarre a moment, New York City moment.
Okay, blah, blah.
By the way, they were already married.
Yeah, okay, I know. Whoever was doing that.
Staged.
It was. I think it was a woman that jumped off as a parachuter off the Space Needle, and I think she hurt her leg. There was three people that went off.
I thought you said somebody jumped off Columbia Tower.
That's the story I'm going to tell in a second here, Joe. I'm just building up to it.
Aha.
So the other one, maybe it's 12 years ago. Memory serves me correctly. So check that out with the Googlating machine. I think it was three, and one of them was a female, and one of them hurt their leg. If I am correct, and those are the three things I'm going to go with, and let's see if I get any of them correct. Andrew, let's see if I got
2018.
2018. So 2018.
People base jump off the Space
Needle. Yes.
Okay,
How many were involved?
The new glassy remodel of the Space Needle in the decades. Okay. Hang on. 1996. This is okay. The injured party was 1996. That was okay. In decades since, base jumping is
Okay.
things not going according to plan. Blah blah blah. She survived.
There's a she. Got it.
That was a she. She got a fractured vertebrae in her lower back.
All right, I'll take it.
She felt very lucky to be alive. Don't know how many were with her.
All right, good. All right, here's the story. The guy that jumped off the Columbia Tower, right? So it was 1990. He was 31 years old. His name was Jeff Summers. He was from Twin Falls, Idaho. And he just graduated from the University of Washington Medical School. He had a residency waiting for him in Honolulu. And he told a friend of his, after all the pressure of graduating from medical school, all I wanted to do, all I kept thinking about was jumping off base jumping off the Columbia Tower. So he and a couple of friends went up there. They were going to get past security. He jumps off the top of the tower. The wind catches him and slams him into the building twice. He fractures his skull, severe cuts and bruises. He was taken into surgery at Harborview Medical School. After he graduated from the University of Washington Medical School, he told his friends, "This is all I wanted to do for the longest time was jump off the Columbia Tower." And he does. And I remember reporting that after the story broke, Honolulu, that had offered him a residency, retracted it. A retracted residency from Honolulu. Yeah. The dramatic music hit a little late, but I think it's the general.
It hit.
Did I mention that? Did I mention the retraction?
I didn't know how many seconds you were going to tell the story for.
They retracted it. Anyway, and I think the reason, as we remember doing the story, is because I think they were like, wait a minute, anybody, that's criminal and dumb. And we don't want dumb criminal kind of type of people working at the Honolulu hospital. So I looked it up. Honolulu is where his residence was headed.
Yeah.
It says that, so he did graduate. And then I looked it up to see whether or not he ever actually completed or worked there at the hospital, and then they couldn't find information. So I'm going to go with the original story that they retracted it.
I love that story.
Do you think that would that look bad if you were happen to be at the hospital and they're like, hey, aren't you the guy that jumped off the Columbia Tower? He's like, yeah, but that's me. But that's the way I roll. I'm Jeff Summers.
It's not uncommon either. I mean, universities will retract scholarships. Scholarships retracted by universities.
This is the hospital there.
No, I get it. But also,
it's an offer for residency,
right?
Yeah,
I'm saying similar things happen in different circumstances when people commit crimes and or do things that are deemed
irresponsible,
yeah. Or as you say, stupid.
Well, there you go. So Jeff, and I can't look it up to see where he's is he practicing anywhere? He would be a very good doctor for somebody who comes in with a fractured skull and cuts and bruises from jumping off a building. Summers, get in here. We need you. What is it? He jumped off a building, sir. Slammed into the 13th floor.
Accidental or intentional?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
1,500 cc lactate ringers. Give me a mauve-colored bedpan made from Bemis. I'll take a whole case at $23.55. Reorder number 0015V54. Make it mauve. Stat. I used to sell those, the Bemis bedpans. I remember.
What does Bemis mean?
Bemis was the manufacturer. In fact, Bemis was here. There's a Bemis building in Seattle.
Is there?
And I remember when the mauve was a big color in hospitals, and the purchasing agent was like, yeah, and do you have that in mauve? Hoping we didn't. And I'd be like, you want those bedpans in mauve? Yes. Like, we got them. We didn't have a computer or a laptop.
Yeah.
We would carry this giant, pile of papers. Okay, and do you also want some? Yeah, I got Becton Dickinson, 5314. We have 16 cases of that. They're like, oh, I need 22 cases. Can I get you 16 and drop ship the other 3 by Thursday? I'd be like, how are we on the mauve urine collectors?
What color is mauve?
Mauve is, see if Andrew knows. What color is mauve?
Light blue.
Andrew says, Nick yells out light blue. Andrew, you know mauve? Mauve color.
First color that comes to mind is like a burgundy type.
Ooh, I see. I thought beige.
You're right. It is like a burgundy. It's like a purpley burgundy. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, I know my colors.
And that's what you want in your Bemis. You want your Bemis mauve.
Everybody knows mauve. Is that? Am I just?
It's out of favor. It's out of. People don't do mauve anymore like they used to. Then we go back to the light. I think it was the other call.
That's an odd color for a bedpan.
That's what I was thinking. You got all your stuff in there. You're like, I can't make out what's wrong.
Yeah, it hides it all. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why they liked it. Anyway, I can't get you any more of that anymore this time.
That's too bad.
And now you
selling
know
medical supplies.
The rest of the story.
You knew damn well you had it in mauve the whole time.
I was teasing the guy. I'm not afraid to, kind of. You put the mauve out in front of the guy and you pull it back. Jim Watt at Montgomery Hospital. God love him. Man, I tortured that man.
What's he up to?
He jumped off a building. Here's Nate checking traffic.
Seattle Sports has the update. Not a whole lot happening. Linwood to Seattle under 25 minutes. It does get heavy near 50th in the U District down to I-90. North 5 is heavy approaching the West Seattle Bridge of the Ship Canal. We're down to 25 minutes to get through this. South 405 is heavy from Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway, and then things thin out for you. Bellevue to Renton under a half hour now. North 405 scattered backups between South Center and the Renton Landing. As you head through Federal Way, South 5 just past Wild Waves. We just cleared a collision out of your way. It's in the Gore Point, but traffic still distracted and jams up at the scene. And if you're heading up toward Bonnie Lake, eastbound 410, we're bumper to bumper from the bottom of the hill there at 166 up to Veterans Memorial Drive, about a 2-mile bumper to bumper backup. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula, weekdays 9 to noon.
Me personally, Ursula, shorts in the workplace should not happen. There's no way.
So it's a bridge too far for you.
Put some pants on.
What if everyone in the office building is wearing shorts or very casual attire? If you're so buttoned up and everyone else is casual, including the boss, I think you might be taking it too far.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula Show on YouTube and watch live or later.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea, that we are meant to live free to work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if the natural effects of aging are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from aging. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic has been treating the undesirable effects of aging for nearly 30 years. They have more clinical experience with actual patient care than any longevity practice in the country. I've been a patient for 17 years. Wow, time flies when you got a lot of energy. I don't know where I'd be today without longevity. Longevity Medical Clinic was started so people can get back to living life on their own terms, walking, working, exercising, and enjoying the moments that matter most. This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take a stand for your own freedom. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out more at lmclinic.com.
Hey, it's Jason Rantz. If your air conditioner is barely hanging on, CM Heating has one of the best offers I've heard this summer. Right now, you can get any size high-efficiency AC system for just $179.99 a month with zero upfront costs. And here's the game changer. CM Heating's Comfort as a Service program includes lifetime repairs, annual maintenance, and even filters at no additional charge ever. Go to cmheating.com and schedule your free estimate online today.
License number CMHEAHL 751LW.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving.
you've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Lionel Richie. And Earth, Wind, and Fire. The tour continues. Seattle, you're invited to sing a song all night long. Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire together in one magical night you don't want to miss. Climate Pledge Arena, August 3rd. Get tickets starting at $34 at livenation.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
John Curley here. When the AC starts acting up, don't assume you need a whole new system. Home Comfort Alliance, their approach is simple. Repair first, replace only if needed. Their techs diagnose the real problem because a simple fix can often get the cooling back up again and not cost you a full replacement. Need something new? Ask about a heat pump for year-round comfort. That's what we did at the barn. Get real pricing in 60 seconds at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people. homecomfortalliance.com.
The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
No dilly-dally here. We have time for a song while Joe's handing me the paper?
No, we don't.
All right, we don't have time for the song. We'll get to all the letter of the day. First, take care of all the rest. Here we go.
Dennis in Seattle says, guys, AG is back. Thank you, Tim, for filling in for AG.
Thank you, Dennis, for all those thank yous. A hee-haw Aaron on the sewer frogs. But wouldn't a frog bark back too? That's what I was thinking.
You were incapable of reading dog in that story, both in the context of doing the story and now reading that comment. No, dog would not bark back. Julian Snoqualmie says, no. Mauve is a soft pink lavender.
Thank you, Julie.
Let me get this one, too.
Yes.
Fernando in Seattle says, wow, I'm really proud of John. He's the only no-nonsense, sensible host today. Every other host had their hair on fire, Chicken Little hysteria.
Well, thank you, Fernando, for those kind words this time. Brandon Tacoma says, so, guys, is this an active investigation?
I think he's making fun of the deputy.
Yeah, saying I can't answer. It's an active investigation.
253 says, man, all these gun control laws in our state are doing a great job keeping 15-year-olds from getting guns, huh?
Yeah, we need more laws. Amy in the 206 says, or wouldn't you rather have Chief Diaz? Diaz was also married with kids.
RC in Edmonds says Jibbity could have given a better press conference than Wilson. No, I don't know. I'm going to get this one too. 425 says, excuse me, John, if the Seattle Center was not secure, why did they say the press, didn't they say the press should leave and go to City Hall? Why wouldn't the governor be safer there? The governor, mayor, and congresswoman are just pickled windbags.
Ooh, pickled windbags. Justin Marysville says, what the blank show? John, I love you.
Joel in Snohomish said, if he had been on site, he couldn't have stopped it either. Speaking about the chief. Also, I agree with Joe. 8 years is way too lenient for murder.
All right. Well, you might be on the jury. Beebs in the 425 says, did the Seattle chief job description indicate he was remote or hybrid position? Okay. On Fridays, he leaves. If he had a crystal ball, he would be able to schedule when these shootings occurred.
That's right. Jeff in Olympia says, I'm just sitting here flabbergasted by the fact that the media is attempting to hold someone in government accountable.
Yes. I kind of feel the same way, Jeff. Jamie in Seattle says, very good comments from John. Well, thank you, Jamie.
Attaboy, John.
Wow. A lot of love.
Carla in the 425 says, where the hell are the parents? How come they are not held responsible anymore?
Certain states now do that.
That's right.
Let's see. The Poppy in Mill Creek says, coast to coast AM at 11 p.m.
Nice.
Oh, that's what he's listening to.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good at that time.
Lisa in Bellevue said, why did they have to have the press conference last night at Seattle Center? Why not do it at City Hall?
All great questions.
And now it is time for the letter of the day.
This comes to us from Mark in Port Townsend. He says the reason they won't say the gang word is because admitting that gangs are the problem and exist is indicative of much larger systemic problems that progressive leadership doesn't want to take responsibility for, like failing schools, failing to promote job opportunities or trades that don't support our left-wing colleges and universities, promoting sanctuary policies that provide haven for workers who engage in criminal behavior, etc., etc. Groups, not gangs. Give me a break.
Okay. They should have said that all. They should have said, we would say the word gangs, but larger systemic problems.
That's all she wrote.
Thank you for that, Mark. Thanks, everybody.
Didn't write no more.
All right, let's do another hour. But let's tape it so we can go home early.
Good call.
Like the mayor. I mean, like the chief of police. All right, here comes Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
Linwood and Seattle, under 25 minutes. It's thick at Northeast 45th there in the U District into downtown. North 5 still heavy between the West Seattle Bridge and Ship Canal. 25 minutes from bridge to bridge. South 405 is packed in Bellevue at Southeast 8th to Cold Creek Parkway, and then things thin out for you. Bellevue to Renton has gone back up a few minutes, taking 35 minutes. North 405 in the south end, we're still scattered slowing from South Center through the Renton S-curves. In the north end, North 405, we're still crowded between Bellevue and Kirkland. And really, the rest of this drive is clear. Maybe a brief backup in your way, but it's nothing significant. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
Do you need glasses or contacts and you're now at the age where you also need readers? K2 Vision RLE is the permanent solution to eliminate the need for all those. Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision. Andy, for those nearing age 50 or so, refractive lens exchange can be a great alternative to LASIK.
That's right, Joe. K2 Vision RLE is a terrific permanent solution for a lifetime of great vision. The older we get, we experience the dysfunction of our natural lens, which affects both distance vision and requires the use of reading glasses. Plus, after K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
And like LASIK, K2 Vision RLE is quick and painless. The question is, which procedure is right for you?
With the experience of over 150,000 procedures, the doctors at K2 Vision will know which procedure is best for you. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today at k2visionrle.com. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Our summertime savings event means 0 down, 0 payments, and 0